Welcome to the mind of LANCESCURV, the most creatively profound man in cyberspace.
Welcome to the LANCESCURV show, Beverly Scott. We had a little short conversation earlier, and you wanted to come on to air some of your feelings on what's going on in the United States and the unfair treatment the government is giving us as black people, as they let people in from out of the country and give them so much, yet they say they don't have money for reparations, and they can't help their veterans, they can't help the people who worked all their life to get some kind of Social Security, and that we still have to scrounge as citizens of the United States and as people who built the country while others come on in and damn near live the life of luxury. But they won't give us anything that we earned. And I think that this is something that's going across the whole of America. And so you had some very colorful and passionate expressions, and I want you to share them all without holding back, because that's what we do here, bold, raw, and uncut. Beverly Scott, welcome onto the LANCESCURV show. Talk to me. Let's talk.
All right. Thank you for having me. I'm very upset because Joe Biden administration has reportedly instructed banks not to reject loans application from illegal immigrants. And like you say, our people built this up. We can't go get a loan. Our credit is all jacked up. They're not trying to help us. And it says this revelation has sparked outrage among some segments of the population, with cities expressing frustration over what they perceive as preferential treatment. And it is preferential treatment. But we need to stand up, because this is not going to work. That's why they don't want me to post this out here on Facebook. Banks instructed to approve loans for illegal immigrants. We've been here all our life. We should be first. Everybody's coming in and they study pushing us back. Another thing, they're not just bringing those immigrants over here. They are also making them go fight the war for them over there. They're not sending our boys anymore. They're sending them over there. This is why I think they're doing what they're doing on these banks.
Wow.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. I just muted myself with the noise, but I'm right here with you. Continue on.
Okay, that's pretty much it. It's unreal what they're doing. This is unreal. Should illegal immigrants receive stimulus check? They shouldn't receive anything. They haven't worked over here to do anything. Another thing, we got to watch them people, because they're coming in, taking our government jobs, and we're really not going to have it. They are genociding us in a smart, sneaky way. That's what they're doing. And if we sit here and let them continue to do this, we're out of here. We're out of here. I hate I missed that show. I'm going back and watch it all the way. But this is unreal. We need to stand up and we need to fight for what's legally ours. I'll put out there, I want my HR 40. If they can do all of this for them, we need to be on our HR 40. We want our reparation, and we need it now.
Well, how does this make you feel?
We need it now.
Let me ask you something. How could I say this? From way back, when you were a little younger, like we all were a little younger back in the day, and we were basically told that if you follow the rules, if you play the game, you do everything right, you go to school or get a trade, get a job, a good job, play by the rules, be a good citizen, pay your taxes, work hard, work a little overtime, live below your means, that as you get older, you're going to have a wonderful retirement and a wonderful life. At what point?
That's a lie.
In your life.
A lie.
At what point in your life did you begin to see past the smoke and mirrors, past the technology, and maybe when you began to see it, you tried to say, well, maybe I'm not seeing this right. At what point, I'm not going to say the exact year, but how did it feel when you began to see that this whole thing with the American system is a lie? When did you begin, and how did you feel?
I grew up. My family didn't shun us from anything. They taught us what they went through, and the only thing my mother would say, you better get this education, because one day it's gonna be gone. Well, they're taking that away too. I'm looking at the census, how he done had the publishers to change our story. What's her name? The one who was on the bus and they didn't give up her seat. What's her name? I can see her face. He was changing that. That's what they've always done. And on top of that, that Bible, I call it the book. I call it the book. That's their policy book. That's their policy book. And until we get that amended on that 3/5 of a human, we're not gonna ever go anywhere. They bringing everybody else in here and pushing us back. That's who they genocide. That's who they're genocide. And I have issues with this. We need to do. I put this on the radio. I be on the radio. I don't say this, but sometimes I speak, sometimes I don't. It depends on how I feel. We need to do a Declaration of Independence from America. That's a corporation. You're not a citizen. Nowhere you are a citizen. It's not on your birth certificate. It's not on your driving license. It's not on any of your documents. None of that. You are not a citizen. This is all corrupt made stuff. They the biggest crooks it is. They the one who messed up over there and they couldn't stay there. They had to come out, so they come over here and they took this from us. This is really Turtle Island. This is really Turtle Island, and they done made it be the corporation, United States of America. No, we're not that. We need to reclaim who we are. You there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm listening to you.
Yeah, we need to reclaim. That's how they got us. They didn't teach us who we was. I didn't get black history. Now, I was born in 1955, so I'm that generation that came from segregation to integration. See, I learned this stuff. I was there watching TV along with Martin Luther King and them when they was putting holes on them, marching peacefully. They don't want peace. And you're not going to church to serve no God. They are the gods. The God means government of democracy. That's not the Most High. That's government of democracy. And we have no democracy. We have none. And we need to stand up to this. We don't need to keep playing these games with them.
Right.
No Jesus Christ. And when I read that Bible, when I grew up in that Bible, I didn't have a choice. But when I read that Bible when I was 11 years old and I got to Revelation and it gave the description of what Jesus looked like, I said, oh, they gonna be shocked when they find out you look just like me. Bronze color, the bronze color iron and the woolly hair. That's what we have. And it makes me mad when they want to tell us about what hairstyle we can wear, what we can do. Nobody else is being taken out. They don't have to lose their heritage. They done took our language from us. They done took everything from our land. This is our land. This is all our land. And I think this is all Africa. Lewis and Clark came in here separating it. They the surveyors. This is a bunch of crap. And we sitting here letting them do us like this. We need to stand up, people. We need to stand up. And I can't get to us people. Then they want to say I'm an atheist. I'm not an atheist. I believe in the Most High. I don't believe in their God. They are nothing but Satan. And we will sit here and let them keep doing this to us. We better wake up. I don't want my children to have to go through this. My mother and them explained to us. She called in, what's that? Ted Cruz. He's from Cuba over there. Okay, all of them are foreigners up in here that's running this mess. We'll never get where we need to go. We will never get, and until they change that. I went to school for this litigation, paralegal stuff, and I told my school that we need to change that 3/5 of a human. She told me we couldn't. I said, well, we need to amend it. Everything, they have us in a box. And my energy does not work in a box. I come out of that box. They showed me today where it was Biden and Obama. I voted for Obama. He didn't go in there and do what he was supposed to be doing. He paid for my school. That's about all he did.
Yep.
That's all he did was pay for my school. Okay, it had up there, are you going to vote for Biden? I wrote in there, hell no. And when I said that, they don't post anything of mine anymore. I don't care. I told them I'm coming off of Facebook. I didn't ask for it anyway. They go tell me today where I can go and get in with these groups right here. No, you don't tell me where I get in. I get in where I want to get in. You don't put me where I need to go. My lips don't fit no behind, and I don't sit here and let them talk to me and do me any kind of way. I stand up for myself. I'm tired of the red line. I'm tired of the red line. Everybody else, nobody. I came up in Mesquite, Texas. That's where I came from to come here. I inherited work over here in South Dallas. And it was nothing but red line. When I got over here, I had to fuss like the devil. Tell them, you don't stereotype me from where I live. That doesn't have a thing to do with who I am. Everybody else can come in here and they praise them and do all of this and that. But when I read that this morning about Biden telling the banks to give them the credit, Bank of America, I already learned that back when I was working for Dallas Area Rapid Transit as a bus driver. That Bank of America, that's who they deal with. Bank of America. Now, if they coming in here and not go deny them, I want my HR 40. We need to be asking for that. They owe us. And then when Mitch McConnell, when he was in there, the Speaker of the House, tell me we gave y'all Obama a black president. You didn't give us nothing. We voted for that. Now you give us what we asking for, HR 40. That's what we need. That's what we need to be asking for. They're keeping us down and bound with the funds. With the funds. With your red line. They keep you red line. I got over here and I feel sorry for these people over here. Because I don't let them redline me.
Mm-hmm.
And the black folks working for them, I call them tokens. It's unreal. I had one white lady to tell me, your mother taught you this and you teaching your children. I sure am. I'm teaching my children their history. I sure am. I'm not going to hide anything from them because they have to get out here and face this world, and I don't need them to be bumping into these mishaps and getting their feelings hurt. No, we're going to know this truth. We need to know where we come from. That's the problem. Until we learn who we are, I think we are the true gods. I remember listening to Mary back in the day. She said, it's the God in you. It's the God in, we are the God. That's why they do us the way they do us again. I'm the goddess. When I first got into Facebook out there and they put me into that little grouping thing, and one of the black guy, I can't think his name, he come on there, once somebody in here think they are God. I said, I know I'm a God. I'm a goddess. God didn't make Adam and Steve. He made Adam and Eve. And you all come from us. They come from us, and we don't even know these things. But we need to wake up. We got to get this right, and this is our last chance. We got to do it. We can't sit here and play their games with them. We cannot play these games with them. That's why they
trying to wipe us off the face of the earth.
That's what they're doing. Exactly. They're not trying. They're doing it. And let me put this here. When they say United Nations, United mean they all together. They put that little show on for us like, we mad at them, we go do this to them, we go do that to them. No, they're not doing that. That's to throw us out. They all in this mess together. This is the new world order they're going into. China and Russia got fed up with them because they didn't just mess us black folks around, they messed them around too. But when I was in school and they were sending the oil over to China, I was wondering where all that fracking was coming from. That's because they done took the blood out from under the earth. And they done shipped it over there. See, just like we have plasma in our skin, that oil is the blood to the land. And that's what, if you feeling fracking, that's what that is. It doesn't have the oil under there anymore. It's a bunch of crap. They took our land. This is all Africa, people. This is all Africa. They separated this. I'm not bad in what they're saying, and I'm not going to do it. I think we need to do a declaration of independence from the United States, Russia, and China, because China finna run this stuff.
Wow. So
that's what's good.
I'd like to kind of find out, like I said before, when a person becomes aware of what's really going on, like yourself, I want you to take me through, because you were always enlightened, because you came from a family that way, so that puts you ahead. But what you just said, so many people go their whole lives, and they might get a piece of it, but they don't get all of it. So what are the pieces that you see that most people are not getting, and what do they need to do to truly wake up? Before they first, like they called me years ago, they used to call me a conspiracy theorist, and it's not that way, and America's this and America's that. And I was always one to have my eye on getting up out of here. And as you see,
I know you're right.
Me,
we need to detox. That's what we need to do, detox. We need to reprogram our minds. That's what they have brainwashed our people with their religion. They have brainwashed us with their religion and politics. Those are the two things that are dangerous, politics and religion. I used to tell them, you mean to tell me God is talking to you? That's not God talking to you. That's your mind talking to you. And you cannot tell these people, there's no imaginary God. I asked them, do God come down here and talk to you? If he does, then I'm in the wrong world, because I have no God has ever talked to me. How an imaginary person go talk to you? And when I was studying with the Jehovah's Witness, this lady go ask me, well, we got to in Genesis there, and it says, now when they got through God got through creating the world, he said, now let us make man in our image. I asked my teacher at that time, who is us? She sat there and she thought about it, and she said, she couldn't give me an answer. I said, come on, Verna. I say, these are my grandchildren around here. You have children. I say, wasn't no man and man made no baby. So you're telling me God and Jesus was gay? It takes a man and a woman to make a baby.
That's right.
It takes a man and a woman to make a baby. Otherwise, you're not going to get pregnant. We need to change. You can lose your life. Those religious people will kill you over their Jesus and their God. And they done wiped everything out to make it be them. They still doing it. And I'm looking at Taraja, what's her last name? She was crying, talking about how they don't pay her right and stuff like that. And that young lady is good. I love that Taraja Peace. What's her name?
Henson?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I feel sorry for her. We need to get our own stuff. We need to get our own stuff. But if we do, they go do us just like they did Oklahoma. That's what they've been doing, tearing down our stuff so we won't get ahead. They went in their Gap Band. We had Gap Band. It was a group called Gap Band. The Gap stands for each one of those streets that the United States went over there to bomb.
And I love them. Remember, sister, I'm 8 years behind you. I was born in 63. So all of that music and the Gap Band and Burn Rubber on Me and Oops Upside Your Head, that's my music. I know it. I wasn't born there.
And Stevie Wonder was so deep. He said the superstition, handwritings on the wall. That's what it meant. We're not getting it. That we're not getting this, and it's sad to say. That's why they want us out of here. I tell you, it's another thing I need to say. With our wisdom, that's scary to them. That's scary to them. They don't want us with this wisdom. They will knock it all down where we won't get it.
Right.
But we better learn this stuff. We better learn it. It's books out here. Go back and research your history. But I went back and researched my family's history. Because my family is where I come from. So that's my DNA. See, I can't go speak for the other people, but the way they did them is unreal. And then want to take our land and take our money and just do it the way they want to. I posted out there the other day on Facebook that they sitting up here talking about the stimulus check in all 50 states. I came back and told them we're not getting no stimulus. No, we're not. They'll give it to them before they do us. They don't want us with money. If we got money, we have power. And that's what they're keeping us from, the money to keep the power away from us. If we get this, we will have the power. We have the power. We just have to reprogram and let them know we are human beings. We're not 3/5 of an animal, and we need our HR-40 right now. We need to be taken to the streets on this. They think that I'm out here trying to start a war. No, the war has already been started. They need to correct it. That's why China and them coming at them.
That's right.
It's a civil war and a cold war. I said was coming, and I'll be John Brown if I'm not sitting here looking at it. I'm looking at this. Everywhere you go, we can't make it up there. They're not going to let you make it so far. You going, and I'm looking at how they did Eddie Bernice Johnson. Did you hear about her?
Yeah, I heard about it, but I didn't research it because I have so much coming at me. But school us on that.
Okay. Eddie Bernice Johnson was the congresswoman here of Texas. How about she went into the hospital and they done gave her something. Now, you know this lady is the congresswoman, so you should have been protecting her. You didn't protect her. They have a lawsuit. Her family has a lawsuit up against them right now. She said she was tired. That's what they want you to do. Be tired and give up. I'm not giving up the ghosts. I'm not giving it to them. I'm going to stand flat-footed to them. I don't care what they do. You don't die. That's another thing that had me scared. I used to didn't go to funerals, still don't, because I like to remember a person how they was when they was living, not in a damn casket. Excuse my French. I don't want to remember you as in a casket.
Right.
We evolved. I learned that in the 6th grade when I integrated. Evolve. We do not die. We evolve. Each one of us, we're coming back in our own families. Our ancestors, we are the ancestors because we still here. We are still here. They had us. And when we have children, we passing that on down the line. Another thing, when they kill us, they're not killing us because we've done anything wrong. They're killing us because they need our body parts. We are valuable. We are very valuable.
Exactly.
Now, we're going to sit here and let them keep...
That's why we're missing
We
all
are
over the place.
very... Come on now. We are one all over the place. Isn't that what May said? May said we are one all over this earth. We had a message in our music. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And I enjoy my music. I love my music. I love learning. I'm still learning today. I will not learn until the last of this breath come out of my body. And I know I'm coming back again. But I'm trying to pass this test while I'm here now. I'm trying to pass this test, and I'm not going to let them get under my skin to tell me what I can and cannot do. I'm grown. They're not paying my bills. They didn't work the jobs I worked. They took $500 out of my income tax. Not my income tax, my Social Security check right before my birthday this year.
What?
$500. I worked for that. And I know how that goes, too. When you work the next generation, you're working for the next generation and so on like that. No, they're so dirty. We are not worshiping no God. They are the gods. And I'll say it again, government of democracy. That's what GOD stands for. That's exactly what it stands for. Now, we need to wake up. We need to get together. And I looked at how they did Martin Luther King them back then, marching. I saw this on television. Martin Luther King said, we have TV now. Now we can expose them all over the world.
Right.
They was doing them down with those water holes, the fire hose, and all of this other stuff. Those people wasn't doing anything to them. They was peacefully marching. And when he said that we going to the Capitol and we're going to demand our money, when you pulling yourself up by the bootstrap. No, I don't have no bootstraps. I done pulled myself up. I got educated. I finished school. I've done all of the above. I had doggone good jobs. I told you out there on Facebook one time, or YouTube or whatever that was, I used to be a bus driver. Oh, they didn't like me there either. They don't like me nowhere I go. At the post office, I worked there over 10 years. Wow. And they sent me down to the whatever she was down there. And she said, Miss Scott, you can't do that. I said, do what? You can't name them out. I said, they named me out, and I sitting here in front of you. Don't tell me what I can't do. If they can put me in front of you, I'm going to give you their names. And I stopped a lot of them from getting that bonus. They put us black people over us so we can't holler discrimination. I call them a token. They ain't putting them in there for real. They putting them in there so they can get the monkey off of their back, and that way you can't file discrimination. I told them you better go file discrimination on them anyway. I filed plenty of discriminations on them. And we can't go to we're still segregated. You cannot go to the state bar or whatever to get a black attorney. You segregated. You got your own attorney. Okay, then why aren't our attorneys doing what they need to do for us? They know about this 3/5 of a human. I mean, we just get along. We just go along to get along. I don't need to get along with them. I like being segregated. Just give me my money so I can live the way I need to live, and I work for that. I need my HR 40. Y'all, we need to get our HR 40. We need to get it. That's what we need to be protesting for. They think I'm finna start some stuff. The stuff have already been started. If they can let Trump grope people, or whatever that is, and he brag about it before he become president, I can do this. Okay, well, you do me and see what happens. I mean, he had that little black boy so distraught. They had picked him up off the street, and the little boy couldn't handle it in prison, and he hung himself. I may not be telling the story right, but I know that's the concept of it. Right. He couldn't take it anymore. Well, I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm gonna do the killing to them. And when I kill with words. I don't have to have no guns. I don't have to have none of that. I defend my own self. This is me living on this earth. And they cannot tell me what place I need to be on this earth. Everything they taught us was nothing but a lie. I do not believe no NASA is going to no moon. How do you go to the moon when the moon is in and out of the portals of the sun? They never say they're going to the sun. So if you're not going to the sun, you're not going to the moon. When a female is pregnant, her stomach is shaped just like that moon. They have you worshiping a S-O-N as Jesus. There was no S-O-N in Jesus. It's S-U-N. And the crown thorns on his head. Oh, people, we need to wake up. They done taught us. They done programmed us real good. I don't play their games, and I came out of it. When that Jehovah's Witness lady sent somebody else here, an elder, and I got that book up, and I read to her in Revelation. It say, come out of her, my people, or you will be taken on the plagues of her. We have not come out of them, and this is why we still stuck.
Wow.
Still in that book. Mm-hmm. Still in that book. And that book is not doing anything but keeping you bound, submissive to them. And I'm looking at most of them up there. Look at Biden's son now. I'm going to go back a little further. Biden's wife, now, he took her from another man.
Whoa. For real? I didn't realize that.
For real. I posted that out there. He took her, the husband said Biden had took Jill from him. They all dirty. They all thugs is what I call them. And I write it out there, the hate you give, THUG, the hate you give, that's thugs.
Wow. That's crazy.
We need to stop. No, that's real life. That's what they're doing to us. My mother told me when I was younger, Bill, they're not going to like you. You know this stuff. I said, I can't help it. Because they didn't hide nothing from us. And I didn't get busted. When after Martin Luther King, them marched, and we was able to come out of segregation into integration, then they didn't move the books out, like I said. So I went in there and I learned this stuff. Every day I come home, my mother said, what you learned today? And I tell her, I said, Mama, we don't die. That Bible said we die. Let me tell you what they do. They have your Bible. It's different Bibles, people. They have your Bible connected to your schoolwork. That's what they do. And I learned this. That's why they didn't want all some teachers. I had them to say, I got mine. I don't care if you get yours or not. They meant that. So you think they're going to teach us right? This is my motto. If you don't treat me right, what make me think you're teaching me right? They're not teaching us right. Now they ready to cut out the schools. My mother said that too. They was very educated. She said their teachers she was born in 32. And her teachers and them told them, you better get this education because one day it's going to be gone. Are we looking at it leave now? It's leaving. They're not teaching us right. My daughter, I named her Tortisha. And she got older and she was looking for it. She said, Mama, where did you say you get my name from? I said, it's a Swahili name. I said, and I got it from Skyline, because I was chosen to go to Skyline. That was the first, I just found that out too here lately. The first magnet school that they had, Skyline High School. And that's how I was able to get into my black history. They wasn't teaching that in the regular DISD. I'm from Dallas, Texas. They didn't teach that to us. Everything that we learn is lined up with them. So when we get out here and research our own history, and I fault the parents because the parents should have been telling you their struggles. They should have been telling you where you came from and not all of this. Oh, my grandmother would tell me, she was up into that Bible real strong. She would tell me, what you do? She'd say, Bear, what you doing? I said, reading horoscope. Girl, that's the work of the devil. No, you need to know who you are. Your name is a name for a reason. That's no mishap. That's your name. And that name is for a reason. See, they done took our name from us. They've taken our language from us. They've taken everything from us to put them into us. I don't roll like that. I had to find me because I wasn't seeing nothing in no books. I hated their history. I didn't see anything in there look like me in that history book. I don't know how I passed it. But we need to learn this stuff. That's why I love your show. I love it. I learn.
Thank you.
They do not want us knowing this. They do, and you keep on doing it. Don't stop. Do not stop. We need to get this out here. I went out there after I saw they wasn't posting my stuff up there today. I asked them, where are my posts going to? They just go up and put you where they want you to go. Don't put me anywhere. Now, if you knew I was in politics, because my school had me put it out there. My name, it has my education. I graduated out of Bryant University. I didn't go to a little regular college. See, they don't put all of this in colleges. We need to go to the university. And then my teacher tells me that you're here to make a change, aren't you? I said, I sure am. She said, you need to go to Harvard. Okay, that same year, after I came out of school, I looked at how they did Dr. Cornel West. They stripped him. And I said, no. I said, why would I even go there when I have SMU here? Because you're not going to get what you need. the what's that, HCBUs or whatever those schools are, that's where you can learn some things too. You got to watch this stuff. You got to know where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know where you're going, because if you're not going to the right place, you're not going to get it. Now they take, what's her name? Parks. What was her name? That wouldn't get up off of that seat. She wouldn't give her seat up. Oh, it started with an S, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
I know her name.
Now I'm having a brain fart. I'm seeing her face. I'm seeing her face.
Me too. Oh, does it start with an S?
It'll come to us.
Yeah, DeSantis. He had the publisher not too long ago. And I put it on the radio out there. I said, as we speak today, DeSantis has his publisher ready to change her story. That's all they've been doing, changing our stories. That's how they keep us dumb. We need to get out that box. I've always said, if you want us to not know anything, give us a book. We won't read it, and we don't. We go sit there and listen to what the preachers say. We go sit there and listen to what whoever say. When you graduate out of high school, you just graduated out of elementary.
Rosa Parks.
It's a proven fact.
Rosa Parks.
That's Rosa Parks. That's it. They're changing her story. See, this is how they've been doing all along. They over there tearing up Middle East over there. This is what I think. I think they tearing that up over there because they done messed up over here. And Biden claims he's been sending the money to Ukraine. I don't buy that for a minute. I think they have money put up over there, so when they get through destroying over here, they're gonna go over there.
There you go.
That's what they're
a lot to think about. And you see, and I gotta say, it's my theory, and I have to say it that way, but I believe it's fact. With all of this social media stuff that they're shoving down our throats, and we're participating in it in an unrighteous way, it's helping to keep our vibration low and making it easy to take us off because our mind is not where it should be. And when you try to use the social media for something like you're doing, to post things that inform people and motivate them to learn even more, they shadow ban you, they block you, they stop you. Every time I get on Facebook now, and all I use it for is distribution, they want to have me create a new passcode and make it hard for me to get on. So, you know,
they've been doing me like that.
The whole passcode thing, every single time.
They've been doing me like that.
Yeah.
Here lately, yes, they have, and then they'll say you blocked out. I said, come on now, I know my password. And then they want to send me an email. They done came in here and put my Gmail on my desktop. They come off the damn telephone. See, we're not paying attention. We are blind. We need to pray to take the blinders off the eyes. And when you pray, you're praying to yourself anyway. See, we need to stop. We need to stop. We need to learn this stuff. We are dangerous. We are a dangerous species when we learn this stuff and they know it. That's why they keep you bound and broke. They're not going to break me because the Most High got me. They're not going to do me like that. I will stand up to them. I don't care what it is. And I still think Obama's running this stuff. That's why that was my theory of voting for Joe. Because I figured that Biden was going to be in the background to help him out.
And whispering in his ear what to do. Right.
Oh, there you go.
Just like if Hillary Clinton will really be Bill Clinton. I mean, they're in the same bed together.
Wait a minute. Let me tell you this. Every last one of them, they are related. Some fashion, shape, or form.
I found that out,
when I said, yes, when I found out that, when I was telling somebody something about that, they said, Obama's black. I said, Obama got a white mama. And you know who she's related to? The Bush. They don't do nothing but pass the baton. That's why we can't get where we need to go again. His mother was white. Now Michelle talking about running for president. I got the wind of that too.
Wow.
And she's a man. She's a man. That's why Obama and her wanted to come in here and notice that's the one who changed to put the bathroom, let the kids go where they want to go, to what bathroom they want to go to. I do not want my children going in no bathroom with no man.
Exactly.
That came here as a man, and he wants to be a woman. Most of them, they're not who they are. They're imposters. They're imposters. And when he asked me that today, you haven't filled this out. I said, are you going to vote for Biden? I said, hell no. Hell no. I'm not voting for him. I'm going independent. I'm not voting for any one of them. We need to get out the boat. Energy, and we need to get, what is that I call it? Get out the box. Energy doesn't work in the box. You are so right about the vibration. They changed the frequency and the vibration. This is why we have all the corrupt and stuff among each other. Because we came from loving. Our songs had loving in it. Next thing I know, when my kids was coming up, it was B's and H's. And I wouldn't let that music in my house. You have to guard your spirit. You have to guard your ears. What goes in your ears is what's going to come to your heart and come out of your mouth. So if you're not putting that negative stuff in your ears, it's not going to come out of your mouth. They have us programmed. They'll kill you for politics and religion. Don't you talk about their God. You're an atheist. I'm not an atheist. I know what time it is. My teacher told me, I'm so sorry they did y'all like that. I bet you are. Because I went in there hollering, God didn't put no Adam with no Eve. He put Adam with Eve. And she said, get your feelings out of this. That's what they have in our feelings.
No, but like I said before on those different shows, there's no life in another man's anus. Ain't no ovaries up there.
Mm.
So why did, and how do you feel about that? How the push, because back in the day, and I won't even say way back in the day, it's always being pushed. They're brazen with this thing now. And now identifying as this and you can identify as that. What kind of la-la land, twisted, delusional mental illness is imposed on us, is introduced to us, and they're pushing this on the kids. What is the world going to be like 5 years from now?
But they did it through the slavery part of our ancestors.
Buck breaking.
And they were scared. Look how they used to hang them in front of them. Look how they used to beat them in front of them, whip them with those big old whips like they was animals. And go make you lose your language, make you lose your name, and they give you your name. I asked my mother when I was little, why did y'all give me a white girl's name? Why did you give me a white girl's name? She said, she couldn't tell me. I went to my dad. I said, how did I get a white girl's name? But that white girl's name done took me thus far. Hello. They don't know it until they see my face. They thinking, I get those jobs, baby. Because I put Beverly Scott. And when I put that's a white girl's name. So I picked my application was legit. And they hurried up and gave me a job until they found out that I know what I know. Now they want me out of there. I didn't have a problem with the work. They didn't have a problem with me with the work. See, they had a problem with me knowing what I know. When I was at the Dallas area rapid transit, they be waiting on me to come in to clock in. And when I clock in, they tell me, you got to call over there, go get that line over there that was to the corporate office. And this lady asked me, how did you know to go to the doctor? Who told you to go to the doctor? I said, excuse you? I said, my body told me to go to the doctor. Come on now. I don't trust their doctors. I do not. I'm going to stay with me a black one if I have to.
You and me both.
I don't trust that. I don't take their medicines like that. I'm on herbs. The only reason why I'm taking these little half of blood pressure pills, I don't take that whole mess. I'll do it only to get my mouth fixed, get my teeth in, and then I'm off of that. I'm going back to my apple cider, vinegar, and honey. That keeps your blood pressure down. And the garlic. and the garlic. Chop that garlic up. I learned that too. You get 4 cloves of garlic. Chop that up. Put it in vinegar, apple cider vinegar. Let it sit in your refrigerator for 24 hours. Take a teaspoon of that every day. Your blood pressure is down. That's the pharmaceuticals making that money. And when they come asking me about that COVID, there was no COVID, people. They was putting you out of circulation to put these 5Gs in so they can monitor you. They want to know everything. Like I said, I'm sitting here one day, they just taking control of my computer. I said, what the hell? They got you down. They watching the money. That's why they don't want to do the Bitcoin. They can't trace it. You better be buying gold and silver. That's what you better be buying, because that will change. I don't know what else to tell us to do, but to stand up for our own rights. We have rights, and that's what they're scared of, and they're all in this together. When they say United Nations, that means they're all in it together. They're all in this together. The United Nations. Now they're over there trying to take Africa.
Yep.
And Africa's selling us out too. They're selling us out too.
Well, I'll tell you, the religion has the people paralyzed, and the leaders here are compromised, because if they don't go and tap dance to what the colonizers want, they'll snuff them, take them right on out.
Okay.
You see what I mean? So they're scared, so they're selling out the people, but they're scared, but at the same time, the choice is easy for them because they want to live in the UK and America anyway. A lot of these leaders have property outside of Africa. As beautiful as it is here, they want to go somewhere cold. What is that telling you? You see what I mean? And a lot of the people here,
yes, I do.
There's a lot of illiteracy, and they're not aware of what's going on, and they don't seem to care.
That's right.
It's crazy. This is not what I expected, but, you know, I live the way I live, and there are good people out here, but the overwhelming majority need to learn a whole lot. And by the way things are going, it's not enough time for them to learn. You see? There's a lot of folks here that's really screwed up in the head. I thought there would be a lot more consciousness here.
Exactly.
But this is a base for us to do so, because the whole planet is Africa. And how dare they?
Now we're a big threat to them now, because we are learning, and that is scary to them. That's very scary to them. That's why they want to change the book. They good at that. They done took I looked at how the pictures they were showing about who was that laying there with supposed to be God, and they pointing fingers at each other. And they naked. They just vulgar people. They vulgar. That's y'all. Ain't nothing godly about that. Nothing godly about that at all. They raped us. They don't talk about how the white women raped our black men. They don't talk about they the one made our black men be gay, raping our black boys.
Yep.
That had to be introduced to them. We didn't come here with that. And what made me mad, I thought about it, and I said, you know, it doesn't make sense. A man and a female married, they have a family, the man going out there working. When he loses his job and they need help, and they didn't have welfare back then. That stuff didn't come along to about the 60s, about the 70s, I'd say. And when the man loses his job and try to go get on welfare, they'll tell the black female to put the husband out. Why do you want the man to be leaving? We need our fathers in the house. We need them in the house. That's how a woman can't tell a boy how to be a man. That boy needs to have his father. He needs to learn this from his father. You can't tell me about me. You don't have the cycles that I have growing up. You can't tell me why am I hate to use that word. What word can I use? I'll say ministrating. You can't tell me about that. That's going to take my mother to tell me about that. I can't tell a man tell a boy how a man is. I'm not a man. that boy needs his father there. Because it's things they go through, you guys go through, we don't go through. It's things we go through that y'all don't go through. Like I say, they're not going to the moon. NASA's another lie. They're not going to the moon. Now they done put these self-driving cars out here. They think they slick. I don't want nothing driving me. I need to be in control. I need to be in control. No, I'm not driving those kind of vehicles. And I'm looking at the weather, and all those cars, electric cars, were stranded because of the batteries and stuff. And and I said, no,
and they can hit a switch, and everyone ceased to work when they want to control you.
Okay, that's it. That's it. They have they are crooked.
Yeah.
That's how they get us. They done programmed us, so now they can put on us whatever they want. I'm not programmed.
But
I'm not programmed.
Did you see the video? I got to dig it up. In the NASA parking lot, they have all of these different types of vehicles: the ambulance, the news vehicle, regular vehicles, pickup trucks, smaller vehicles that were from the 50s and the 60s that don't have the fuel injection and all the electronic stuff. They have carburetors and cars that you can lift the hood and fix it. That when that electrical thing happens, it won't stop those cars. But NASA has a parking lot full of them. What are they getting ready for? What do they know that's going to happen? You see what I mean? But we're so busy looking at Cardi B and this other one, Sexy Red, and Lil Nas X, and all this foolishness, worrying about who going to bed with who. Everybody's shaking their behind. And they have more concern on what's on their head as far as a weave than what's in their head as far as knowledge. Tell me about this, sister.
That's right. Okay. They slept on the director's couch. They slept on the director's couch, the one that's made it. They slept with him. And they knocked and who's running this place? Those the Illuminatis and all of them. That's what's running this. Now, Lord, what is that, Lord? That's the Lord's Rothschild. The Rothschild. That's his name, Lord Rothschild. See, we're not searching the truth. What that book say? What did it say? Oh, what does that book say? I had that down real good. We're not, what did that scripture say? It said, you have not because you ask not, and we're not seeking the truth. And then on top of that, they changed those books. I'm like, what's his name out there? I like following him too. You just need to cut your stuff down a little bit, make it part 1, part 2, part 3, and then you can keep me in there. That's too low for me. I get restless. But, if they start they're not going to let us stay in control of all of this. Stay in control of all of it. That's all I can say. They're in control. And this is where they falling. America's falling. It's been failed. It's been failed, and they desperate. Talking about now, what's her name? The vice president? What's her name? She may be your president. Because I think Biden finna step down.
Yeah.
And they didn't want that. I had one where I didn't have. One guy came out there on the radio, said that he would go put all the money in for Biden. I mean for Trump, because they didn't want no black female telling them what to do. They very disrespectful to women, like I told them on that radio out there. I said, if it had not been for a woman, you wouldn't be here. The woman taught you how to be who you are, and when you get up, you want to ditch the woman. I don't like that. You're not going to disrespect me, and if it had not been for me, you wouldn't be on this earth. I'm like, what's her name? She said, 9 months I carried you for no charge. Shirley Caesar. See, don't disrespect me. 9 months I carried you for no charge. And they have these children so disrespectful. You're right. They changed the vibration and the frequency. That's how they got us fighting against each other. But we was a loving group of people. We didn't have all of this stuff we have today. We didn't have none of that stuff we have today. It's getting worse. And they sleeping with them, and they changing them to boys, and got the boys sleeping with the boys. My mama talked to my brothers just like she did us. She said they rape boys just like they do girls. So we had to stay on our P's and Q's. That's how they get you. 'Cause they dirty-minded. Sitting up there, and they pointing at each other with their little wee-wee. They love showing their little naked body. We didn't do that stuff back in the day. They took our books,
That's right.
what they had back in the day, and they rewrote those books to make it benefit them and hid your books. Everything you need to know, go to the Vatican. And when the Vatican came out not too long ago, making the same-sex marriage work, that's because they was exposed, because one of the women was supposed, woman has slept with somebody. And I asked my mother when I was little, I said, how do they be nuns and stuff when they can't get a man to have? That's unreal to me. But they messing with the boys. Most of those white boys, those priests and things was messing with them. Now you tell me you can't get a woman? They sick-minded. And we following these sick-minded people? I don't follow. I do not, and don't follow these preachers no more. I look at TDJ. I'm not doing that. They ran him out of where he was, and he come here in Texas, and now he got a mega church. Really? They runs up in there, giving them that money. They put the banks off in the where you go get your money out. ATM machines, they got them in the church now. And what that tell you? That's nothing. That church is nothing but a corporation too. All of it's corporation.
Wow.
It's all corporation. We need to wake up. We need to learn this. We need to we need to learn this stuff. Everything. And it makes me mad. Madonna. That was a black woman. And she's right there in the Vatican. You go there to the Vatican. I don't know what I'm saying on that part, but I know what I'm saying. Where the head pope at over there, all of this stuff is in there. It's in there. They're not gonna let you and I in there. They guarding that stuff. And I just had out a post out there the other week where they was taking our history, putting it into their stuff, and where we can't get to it. But they know it. Madonna, that's a black woman, and she walking around here white. And everybody was running around, but I didn't buy her song. Mm-hmm. My spirit wouldn't do it. We need to follow our spirit. And our spirits don't work in no box. And they got you in a box. You need to come out the box, people. Energy and spirits don't work in there. We are spiritual beings. We are experiencing to live a human life on this earth. That's why we're here, not for them to dictate us. You give your dominion away. You give it away. I told them I'm not giving my dominion away. I came here for a reason, and I'm going to complete that mission. And if they kill me, I'm not worried about that. They say birthmark. You got a birthmark, that means you've been killed before. Well, I had one on my arm. When I was little, I asked my mother, what is this? She said, that's a birthmark. I said, what is the birthmark? She said, I wanted pecans. And real bad, I was craving them, and it wasn't pecan time yet. I found out later on that's not what that is. That's where you was. If you go follow your birthmark, it'll tell you what you died of. Come on, people.
Wow.
It's a lot we don't know. It's a lot we don't know. It's a lot we don't know. And we're not going to get it. That's why they're changing it up now. I live here in Dallas, Texas, and they rearranging everything. The things that I grew up knowing, now I got to learn it all over again. They just going around turning it up to make it be what they want it to be. We don't have no street names. The only street names we have is Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. and my brother was a truck driver. He said wherever he went into, whatever state it was, that's where all the black folks live. That's the only way they put that in there. But you got LBJ freeways, you got George Bush freeways. Where are freeways at? See, we the one built that stuff. I don't see no more black construction people anymore. They done brought the Mexicans over here. They fixing to genocide us people.
Yep.
I'm not sitting there taking it.
Yep. When they run down to their bunkers underground and all hell breaks loose.
Yes.
These other folks will be here.
But this is
coming at us.
But this is what gets me. This is what gets me. They so old and they go into the bunkers. They don't live forever either. They don't live forever. So what are you going to the bunkers for? Oh, people, I wanted me one under there. I still want me one. But I'm scared because they know everything. You think they not hooked up with this? Whatever you get, they gonna know about it. That's why they put in China is the one who started this 5G stuff. That's so they can keep tab on you. Now they want you putting your fingerprints on stuff. You don't have to log in no more. Just put your finger. A lot of places you go to, just put your finger there. It'll open up for you if you've been coded with your finger in there. This is unreal. But you know what I say? The handwriting's on the wall for them. Because the universe, you can't change the universe law. And the universe is very mad. That's why you get, and that's another thing. The weather. They are in control of this weather. Remember the Wizard of Oz? Did you look at the Wizard of Oz?
You're right about that.
Okay, when Dorothy was trying to...
That's prophetic.
When Dorothy was trying to get home, and she got hit in the head at first, she was really dreaming. And when she in La La Land over there, and the good witch came to her at the end and told her all you had to do was to clip your heels 3 times. But in the meantime, Toto went in there and exposed the wizard. This is the wizard that's controlling the weather. They have control over the weather. They have control over this weather. And my cousin, she's holding this. She said, Bev, you don't believe that God is doing this? Yeah, it's government of democracy. Your government is doing this. They doing this. It's really scary. And then I'm looking at how the African over there, they even change it. They change it. Some of them strong, some of them not strong. It's unreal. And they know what they've done.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of our African people sold us over here. They sold us to these people. They sold us, but I didn't sign up for this. Did you sign up for this?
Nope.
Okay, well then I don't think we need to be in it because we can come out. We didn't sign up for this. We was introduced to this. I didn't sign up for it. You didn't ask me my permission. I was born in this stuff. I inherited this stuff. Like I say, you're not a citizen. It's not on your birth certificate. The only thing it has on there was state and city you was born in. Not, and your driving license doesn't say you're a citizen. It had that big old symbol up there where you come from. We got a Texas star on ours. You're not a citizen. That's what's messing them up right now. We're learning this stuff. And that's what they're afraid of. That's why they want us to be against each other. That's why they changed the vibration and the frequency. With the songs we listen to, baby, I love you, and what can I do, and all of that. Now we B's and H's. Really? I told my children, you cannot bring that into my house. You cannot bring that into my house. And I meant that. I'm changing phones because the make flow dead on this one. Hold on.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they know exactly what they doing. Yeah, that's wrong. You there? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Okay.
All right.
Yes, I can. All right. Yeah, they changed the frequency. They need you to be disoriental. That's how they get you. And who any worse than them? I'm looking at Biden's son around here on this drugs and the guns and stuff. Really? Their kids can do it, but when it comes to us, we can't. I don't want the drugs, but I'm just saying, because I never wanted that. When I was in high school, I came home. They gave us the thing. It said in the crack when it came out. It said it made the preacher stop preaching, the teacher stop teaching. And I took that home and I read that to my family. I said, who wants to be on that mess when it makes you stop doing what you're supposed to do? I don't want it. I will not take it. I do not take their drugs. I don't even want their medicine. That's and that's game too. Our black people created everything that is here, including the medicine. We had midwives back in the day. My mother and them was born under midwives. They took them out and put them into the place. Now you got to go to them. You don't know what they doing to your babies when they take your babies out of you. I used to listen to Dick Gregory. I loved him. Me and him was under the same fan, and I didn't know that. I'm a leaper. And I said, whoa, no wonder I like you so much. And I said, woo-wee. He said, they have enough stuff to spray in a football field to turn everybody gay. And I believed him. I know he wasn't lying because he was there with Martin Luther King. I'm scared to really venture out with my own kind because we are destroying each other. One of those black men that was with Martin Luther King turned Martin Luther King, let them know wherever they was going to be. That's how they got Martin Luther King. That's how they got him, up on that balcony. And then they want to arrest the white guy, and the white guy didn't do that. And they paid that black man to tell them where they were going. We're still under these laws. We're still under these laws. They ain't changed.
And I feel Jesse Jackson knew what was up too. He was so glad to wear that shirt with the blood on it and be on all the TV shows right after. You see, it was like a passing of the baton.
That's what they do. That's what they do. And I don't trust that, what's that man name on MSNBC? He was with them too. Oh, he's a black man. What's his name? He was with Martin Luther King them too. Now, he done made it to MSNBC, and you can't shake him either. I just look at him. Now, y'all was marching with Martin Luther King, and now you sitting up here with the devil, dancing with the devil? Really? We sell each other out. We sell each other out. We didn't have drugs like this when I was coming along. Was no drugs. They brought that in here, and then Nancy Reagan sometime I just say no to the drugs. I told my mama, I said, looking at Wood, I say, they done took off of those white sheets to put on the black robes with the white collar. That black robe and white collar represents the white man hanging your black ass. Excuse me. I don't see him with the white collars no more. See, you still black. That robe is black. Am I lying?
You telling
you
the
go
truth.
to court, what they got on? A black robe, right?
Mm-hmm.
They used to have the white collar around them. They took the white collar out. But they still got that black robe. This law is not for us. It's against us. It's against us. Now, until we get in there and get some balls and learn to change this stuff around, we can do better than that. We can show them, don't vote for neither one of them. Don't vote for them. Vote independent. And I'm pushing Dr. Cornel West. That's who I'm pushing for. That's who I'm going to vote for if I vote. I didn't vote for Clinton. I didn't vote for Hillary Clinton. I didn't vote for Trump. And this preacher go tell me, well, if you don't vote for Hillary, that means that you vote. I said, I'm not voting. That don't mean nothing. It means I'm not voting for either one of them. I know who I need to cast my votes for. Why am I going to keep voting for a white man when I know the white man don't give a damn about us? We do this to ourselves. Why are we still voting for them? You putting them in there to sabotage you. I used to tell people when I ain't know no better, they said, you vote? I said no, because I didn't start voting until I worked at that post office, and that's when they was trying to change the post office to be a private industry. And I said, oh, they finna mess with my job. So I got out there and I voted. And it was against my better judgment. But I did hold the job, but now that's a private industry. They did it anyway. And then Trump was in here telling them holding the mail and all of this and that. I said, rain, sleet, hell or snow, that mail gotta go. That's a felony. Now he can sit here and do all of this felony stuff. They can't put him in jail. They can't do nothing with him. They all in this together. That's the mouthpiece for him. That's why they want him in there. That's why they want him back in there. But once somebody out there, and it wasn't our color either, want to do an assassination on Trump, he may not make it this time. Because he didn't just hurt us, he hurt the whole world, and they know what he's up against.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
He's gonna come in here. Yeah, he's gonna come in here and he's finna tear this down. He want America gone. He don't want to do no time. That's what he's trying to get in there for. He know he don't know this. He don't even know how to hold the Bible. He had that Bible upside down. Now you go follow something like this and put them in there. Those are the ones that's loving him. He's the mouthpiece. He came in here and disrupt this stuff again because, we had kind of mellowed down a little bit before Trump got in there. They kept it under the cover. But when they brought him in there, the cover came out. The cover came out. So you're looking at what the real stuff now. And he wants to get back in, and he already said that he's going to do revenge once he get in there. You take him, what is her name? I can't think of her name. Angelo, she said, when they tell you who they are, you better believe them. And that's what I say. Better believe them. Because Trump is not playing. And you think we're doing bad now? I'm not doing bad. Because like I say, just do you and don't let them manipulate you. Live your life. Be the best version of you that you can be. That's all we ask. Be the best version of you, but you're not being the best version of you when you're letting them put that Christ in you, put this in you and that in you. No, you're being them. You're not being you. I don't put that in there. And I have a lot of problems with my own kind because I don't do the Bible. They say, you are atheist. I said, I'm not an atheist. I know that book. I had some white preachers on there. Oh, we need you. Oh, you're a prophecy. Oh, we need you. I said, no, you need to leave me alone and go on about your business. And he kept coming. He kept coming. And then he wrote down there, he wrote in there, he said, what did he say? God. I said, you turn that God around, you got dog. And I don't serve nothing that you can turn that name around to be a dog. G-O-D, turn it around. What does that spell? Dog. He said, don't say that. I got other people in here. I got other people online. I said, I told you don't come at me. Because if you come at me, I'm gonna put it out there. They had to get off my Facebook because I wouldn't stop. I let them have it. They don't like me. My mom already had pre-warned me. She said, they're not going to like you because you know this stuff. I said, I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm not going to sit here. They didn't do nothing for us. They still not doing anything for us. I just told you what they said. Biden is telling the banks to give them what? Now, why they can't do us like that? We ought to be raising all kind of things. Give us some credit lines. No, they keeping the money out of your pocket. I can still see them bombing up Oklahoma. Bombing them out. That's where that Gap Band come from. We had a message in our music. Those are the 3 streets that they bombed up. I used to know it, but I can't remember that now. It's been so long, but I learned that. I thought, oh my goodness. That Gap Band stood, that the name of those 3 streets they bombed. I said, well, we, Oklahoma all over the world then. You get something to see what happens. They could bomb you out of it. That's another reason why we scared. They did the hanging and the killing you in front of the whole group of the black people. That puts fear in you. We living out of fear. We need to get that fear out of us and bring out true nationality out and do what we need to do. Because they actually scared. They fear us. They fear us.
I got it. I know it. I got it for you. Gap Band after Black Wall Street, Greenwood, Archer, and Pine Streets as a tribute to Black Wall Street and to bring attention to the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre. Greenwood, Archer, and Pine. The Gap Band.
Thank you. That's it. That's it. We had a message in our music. That's it. Get up, didn't you? You're reading it now, aren't you?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's the whole article, but that's the main part that you wanted to know.
Yes, it is. That's why they call themselves the Gap Band. And I used to love them. I love my black music. Marvin Gaye. Oh, I love my Marvin Gaye. Oh, that boy there was up. And he said, yes, they all were. He would say, when he went to the army and he came back, he said, I'm looking for that stuff that I was on. I can't find it. That's the drugs they put them on. They put them on drugs when they're in the army. A lot of my mother and them would sit up and talk about the shell shock. And that made me scared to even want a man from the army. Because you don't never know what they went through over there. And you thinking you got a good man and he wake up and he's dreaming about over there and he start reacting on you. Oh no, I don't want nobody from the army. Nope. But I see now that our black men are not going over there. They're not doing that anymore. That's why they're bringing in these people from all around and they sending them over, they recruiting them and letting them become citizens so they can go fight their battle. I wrote out there one time on one of those news stations, don't send my boy over there, send your own boy over there. My boy didn't create that stuff. Y'all created it. And then you send your kids over there. I got a lot of good hits off of that one. Don't send mine. I didn't have no boys. I had grandkids, and I told my grandsons, do not go fight in no war. Those people haven't done anything to us. These people over here are the ones that's doing it to us. Do not go fight in no war. That little money they give you and stuff, and you go over there. I told my grandsons, I don't want them shipping you back to me in a damn pine box. No. Those people haven't done nothing. I had one to step out and didn't tell me. He went into the Marines, and he came back. He said, Mama, it's just like what you said. I had to come out. I said, I've been telling y'all, you don't listen. And he said, and then he came and got me one day, and I'm looking at the tag. I said, it's got Marines on there. He said, I'll always be one, Mama. I said, but do you have to broadcast that? Don't broadcast that. I wouldn't do it. I would not do it. Yeah, that's what that stands for. Gap Band. That's they named it off of that.
Yep. Greenwood, Archer.
And Marvin Gaye, I felt so. That's what it is. And I felt so bad for Marvin Gaye. He was so ahead of his time too. Stevie Wonder. Superstitious writings all over the walls. If we could read what it is, we wouldn't do it. We wouldn't do it. I love my music. And there was another group back there, and they was a black group. They did, I have their album in there. And I asked what happened to them. But the ones that had a message, they disappear real fast. They disappeared.
Oh yeah, they don't want to keep them out there.
That's why I say we dangerous now. That's why they doing what they do. But they done put us on all these drugs. They done kind of got scared of us. And then they'll holler they fear for their lives. We've been fearing for our lives forever. I want out. Do what is that? Declaration of Independence from the United States. And I said I'm going to put China and Russia in all of them. But I really kind of think Russia is for us. Because they throwing Europe and America. That's what they're doing.
Yep.
They throwing Europe and America.
Propaganda against Russia. You know, there's a lot of propaganda against Russia. And a lot of black folks are waking up and getting hit.
Because they killed Russia. What was his daddy or something back then, and he had an end for him. And I can't get over Hitler. They had us thinking that Hitler was bad. Hitler wasn't bad. He was for us too. And he, when they did that, they doing that Holocaust. When he said he killed all of them fake Jews, he said we wasn't gonna. He said when we know who we are, when we wake up and know who we are, you haven't seen no World War III yet. That's when you go see World War III. And I noticed they not letting me post this stuff out there. They know the stuff isn't to come up. They trying to keep it suppressed. No, you can't suppress this, bro. You can't suppress it. That's what that Gap Band stood for. Don't call me brother. OJ's, that's another one. Oh, OJ's had in their song about Russia, China, and all of them. How did they know that way back in the day? See?
Mm-hmm.
How did they know this back in the day? Our black people wasn't stupid. And we still not stupid. The religion done got them. They blind. They need to take those blinders off their eyes. They need to read that book for themselves. They're not reading those books for themselves. They go to church. I call it a fashion show. Go in there, show up, trying to outdress somebody, and they listen to what the pastor said. And when they leave out of there, they're not reading that book. I need to have a book with me at all times, and I need to know where you're reading from so I can read it for myself. Because what your interpretation of it is may not be my interpretation. I may see something different than what you're telling me. And I do see it.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, Jesus and God was there at the same time. I said, so you saying Jesus and God was gay? Because man and man can't make no babies. Let us make man in our image. Really? There's a whole lot in that book. I used to hear people say, I don't mess with that Bible. It contradicts itself. And it does. I used to hear that all the time. It contradicts itself. But if we're not reading with an open mind, and that's another thing, I used to pray before I get in that Bible. Give me a understanding of this. And I didn't get what they was teaching me. I used to sit there and they had those little angels, little white kid angels and stuff. I asked my grandmother, where do we go when we die? We don't be angels? She couldn't say nothing. That's why they paid. She couldn't say that. That's why they just took in what I said. I was the oldest child and the only grandchild on both sides of the family for 5 years, right? So I hung around a lot of old folks, so I got a lot of information. And back then, I just sit there and listen. I ain't have nobody to play with, so I listened. And it soaked into my head. And what they was trying to say, it didn't work. And I asked my grandmother one day, I said, if you think about it, Mama, I said, it was Adam and Eve and those 2 boys. I say, okay, if it was just them 4 in there, and I asked the Jehovah's Witness, God's supposed to put a plaque on the son that killed the other brother's forehead and put him out the Garden of Eden so there would be other people to know he was a murderer. I asked the Jehovah's Witness, I said, now, if it wasn't nobody but them 4, so how in the hell somebody else is going to know that he was a murderer? So there was other people around. They're not reading it with understanding. When I saw that lady again, how about she had on some pants? She wasn't no Jehovah's Witness no more. I woke her up. You hear me?
Wow.
I woke her up. Yeah, they a trip. Okay, Jesus. Now he walked around with all of these disciples. I found out they write no books in there. It was no J's either, people, not back in the days. That is none of that J stuff was in our African stuff. They made that I come down and put a hook on it to make it be a J. Jesus, that is Jesus. That's a Mexican name. See, they ain't telling y'all the truth. That's Jesus. I was working a switchboard. I was a switchboard operator, and I was placing international calls. And this guy called in, and I took his information. I said, "Okay, sir, can you tell me your name so I can address you?" And he said, "Jesus." And I said, "Jesus?" He said, "Yes." He said, I sit there and I thought about it. I said, "How the hell you spell Jesus?" And then I said, "I'm sorry for the inconvenience, sir, but would you tell me your name again?" He said, "Jesus." I said, "Would you spell that for me, please?" He said, Jesus. I said, "That's Jesus." I said, "Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness." I said, "Hold on, sir, let me place your call." And I told him Jesus was coming. And I got off that phone. I had to go take a break. I said, "These folks done got me now." There's no Jesus. There was no Jesus. There was no J's. There was no J's. That comes from the Vatican. That's where they come from. And that's Esau now. That's Esau. Out of that Bible. They didn't tell us the truth. They did not tell us the truth. I'm plugging up my generators now. It's bedtime. I don't want them to run out. I'm not on their system. I got $1,100,000 light bill for next month. I called them and I asked them, "Why is my bill so high?" That's how they get you people. That's why I say they redline you. He tells me because you use more. I said, "No, that's a lie." Now I pay all of my bill. I don't pay partial. I pay the whole bill because I'm on a fixed income and I'm not working and I have no intentions of going to work. So he tells me, I said, "Now I have generators. So why is my bill so high?" They're not generators because I don't have to have gas and propane. I know that's going to be down too. So I have the Echo Flows where you have to, I have the solar panels to go with them. And I said, I had a solar panel. And he said, no, I told him I have the panel. Yeah, the solar panel. He told me, "Well, you need to call Encore and tell them they work with that." When I called them, they told me my bill wasn't but $2.99. That's coming from the generators, right? Wow. They got me that year that the weather was real bad. And me and that lady talked, and she said, "No," I said, "Ma'am, I'm sitting here looking at $1,000 bill for 1 month. Nobody here but me. My kids and grandkids are grown and they on their own now." And we started talking. And I said, "No, they getting over." And I hung up with her, and I called my Texas state representative, and I told him that this company is gouging. I use the word because if you don't use the word, they need to hear. They're not listening to you either. And I said, "This is gouging." I said, "Now, I just had a $400 bill. We haven't had no bad winter this year, not like it was that year." And he said, "You're right." And he said, "Hold on." He come back. He said, "We got to do something about this gouging. You're absolutely right." I said, "I know I'm right." Now, how is my bill $1,000 and some? I get nights free. So I runs my stuff at night. You heard me just say I plug my generators back up, right? I plug them back up. I unplug them for the daytime. And then when it's time for it to change, I plug them back up. And then I let them run all night because they were turning off my lights with the light bill paid. and I'm losing food and stuff. I don't get food stamps. I'm on a fixed income. And then I don't work. I said, no. And I woke up one morning and I said, why is my freezer open and my meat thawing out in here like this? I went to Sam's and spent $100,000 on some food, stacking it up. That's another race, Sam's. And they are your government. I noticed when they start running out our mall and pause to replace us with them. They did it. And I said, this don't make no sense. So when I told him that they was gouging and he went and pulled my bill up, he said, we got to do something about this gouging. I said, yes, you do. Back in the day when the gas we had a gas shortage back in the day, back in the 70s, I want to say. And, it came down to where you had to do the odd and the even days. Okay? All of this, it's all, what they call it, propaganda, or whatever that is. I said, they playing. And then I didn't like that sitting in those long lines trying to get gas, and then it was so bad till you had to have an odd day. They gave it to you an odd day and even day, but they fixed it where you would know that odd day and even day. And I said, okay. So I'm sitting here saying they still doing the same mess. They just got a different technique. And when I talked to him and I told him how my bill was, now my bill last month was $400. No, it wasn't. It was 88 and 88, 88.22 and 88.22 because I broke them down into two payments. They let me do that. And I came back and I thought about it. And I said, why would you give me a day before my payday, the 31st, and I get paid on the 1st? No, ma'am, that's not. I said, I know what that man told me. I said, now you contradicting what you supposed. I said, where's your manager? And she said, we don't have. I said, where's the owner? Don't tell me that. Every company have a president. Where's the president of the company? Ma'am, we don't have that here. I said, well, you're not a company then. You're not a company. And she said, well, if you can't pay that bill, then you need to go borrow it. I said, how you gonna tell me what I need to do? You need to get your stuff right over there. They had me, my bill was paid one time, I always pay it. And wow. I'm getting $3. I'm getting $3 where they still making me pay extra $3. I told them I'm not paying no damn $3. And she said, we do everybody like that. I said, I'm not everybody. I'm not paying no $3. So I turned them in again. And the black chick told me, she said, now, is the bill in your name? I said, yes, it is. So she checked it out and she called me back. She said, Miss Scott, it's just what you said. She said, and I didn't get that $3 no more. But, she said, I can't do anything else about it because you're on a contract. Okay, now this time I want to come out of the contract. They falsified the contract. I didn't. If they're going to do this kind of stuff, I don't need to be there. That's why I'm coming off the grid completely. I have 3 of those Echo Flows, and I don't do the gasoline in the house. I don't do the propane in the house, and I want the bigger one because I have the 2 Max and I have a smaller one. I want the big one where I can be able to wash and everything. And once I do that, I'm out of there. And that's what they're scared of. They tried to call me to get solar panels. I told them I don't need y'all solar panels. I have everything. Be careful about the solar panels. When they put them on your house, up on the top of that house, they've been catching a fire. They gonna get you one way or the other. I don't trust them. They're not our friends. They're our enemies. If they don't treat us right, I'll say it again. What makes you think they're teaching us right? They're not doing it. And we sit here and believe the white man, master. How high you want me to jump, master? And they do it. I don't do it. I bet I get a call back because I put another company out of business, Alberola. They said they had never heard of them. I said, yeah, well, here they are. How about they no longer in business? I know how to get rid of them. We got to get balls, y'all. You got to get some balls. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. We got to do this. If we stick together, it's enough of us. If we stick together, we can turn this stuff around. That's why they bringing those other immigrants in here. They not just coming in here on their own. I look at how they sent Haitians back. When they came walking across that bridge, the water, Biden got a jet plane and hurried up and got them out of here. Now, why they can't do that to them? Don't you see the difference?
Plain as day.
They got the jet planes and hurried up and got them out of here. They went over there and killed their president. That's what they do. That's what they do. This ain't nothing new. This is history repeating itself, and it's going to keep repeating itself until we get down to the bottom of it and stand up for our own selves. And we have to stop hating on one another, fighting on one another, killing one another, and we have to stand. We have to stand. That's what they're intimidated about. That's what they're intimidated about. They don't want us to be there. They don't want us to be there. And they've been wanting me gone. They've been wanting me gone, and I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. I'm going to be right here until it's time for me to evolve, and I will evolve and come on back around. Now, I don't know, because I'm trying to not come back here no more. I'm trying to pass this test. If we don't pass the test, I think you're going to keep coming back. I think you keep coming back till you get it right. That's one test I do think that if you don't live this life that you're supposed to, you're going to keep coming back till you get it. You're going to keep coming back till you get it. And we got to get this. I'm not going to come back to this shit no more. Excuse my French. I'm not coming back to this. I didn't sign up for this. My mom and them didn't know what they were getting into. They mom and them didn't know what they were getting into. They was forced to go into this stuff. And we don't have to partake of it. We don't have to partake of it. I didn't sign up for it. When I got my Social Security card, that woman told me, you cannot use this as a form of credit. You go somewhere and try to get some credit and don't have a Social Security number and then see what you get. You don't get nothing. You got to have a Social Security number. And that's what they was doing. That's why they did the Gap. That's why they did those streets. What's the name of those streets? The Gap Band Street. That's why they busted them down. That was our Black Wall Street.
Greenwood, Archer, and Pine.
That's why they took us down to bring up the stock market stuff. That's why they took us down. Now they up there. Everything, I told my kids and my grandkids, just replace us. When you see us, they done took us and made it be them. They replaced us with them. I told my grandsons, I said, you are a king. Don't you never let nobody think that you're not. You are a king. You are the master of your house. You take control of your home. You take control of that. My grandson got this, he was upset with his little baby mama. They getting married. And I told him, I said, Mama, I said, you're not going to find another us family. Because a lot of people didn't come up like we did. I didn't have this stuff from y'all. I said, and you're not going to leave that girl. I said, that's your first, that you are her husband. When you're going to show her what kind of man she needs to get. That's what you're going to show. When you get find these women out here that they can't get a good man and they going after these old street-looking men, that's because they didn't have a father in the house. They looking for their father.
Tell it.
And if their mother wasn't right, they looking for their mama. They looking for a woman like their mother. You are looking for that. That's human nature. That's human nature. And you can't knock it. And that grandbaby of mine, great-grandbaby, is tough. I had to show her a picture. She said, Mama, I'm going to be she said, I'm going to be the flower girl. I went over there and got my picture. I said, Mama was a flower girl, too. Let me show you, baby girl. And she looked at us and said, that's Mama. And I was the flower girl. That's my auntie. And she was getting married. And I said, this is what we need to do to our children. We need to teach our children. That don't come from the white man. It needs to come from us. We're the one went through You gonna let the white people keep telling you your story? That's his story. Now let's tell our story. Let's tell her story. Don't go off of his story. That's history. That's why they call it history. His story. Now get our story out there. I have a problem with it. I very have a problem with it. And when I first started coming on your show, and this other guy you used to have on there, and you started having problems, and he had to get off of there. I may not be saying it right, but he kind of had to get out of there. Somebody was coming in. I said, that's the government doing this. That's the government doing this. They know how to split us up. They know how to make us turn against each other. And it's not us, it's them doing it to us. Because we don't have a clue. We don't have a clue. See, and I hated that because he was telling some good stuff too. Like this guy I was listening to today, I'm going to go back and listen to it. I have to take a little bit at a time because I'm on a mission around here. And I'm going to listen to it. I'll be on YouTube. YouTube want me out there anyway. But I don't know how to get into it. And right now, I don't know. I don't know if I really want to take that on, but I do need to get this message out here. And I don't care about evolving again. And I'm not giving up the ghost. I'm not giving up the ghost yet. But if they come and take it, I'll be back. Because I haven't completed my mission yet. But when I study my numbers and stuff, we have a name for a reason. And my grandmother was telling me, reading those horoscopes, that's Satan. Okay, well, they wrote that mess, and I don't read everybody's horoscopes either. I only read my numbers. Your name is that name for a reason. And that was the universe that you got that name from. Okay, and it means something. You have to count those letters, and you go by those letters. Some kind of way you have to do that. I'm learning how to do that. But I know that's not what they're telling us, and then we don't even have our true names. We're not supposed to be named Beverly and all of this and that. We're not supposed to be, that's not our name. That's not our name. We don't even speak our language. This English is not real English. We don't sound like those English folks over there. That's another thing. The Queen, when they bumped her out, she died. I said, now what that mean? We got the Queen gone. They've been playing chess with us, y'all. They've been playing chess with us. And if we don't know how to play chess, that's how they get you again. My grandson said, Mama, I'm going to sit down and teach you how to. You too smart on it. I said, I know that's right. Now the Queen is dead. Charles has stepped up. Now the oldest son, Charles' oldest son, wife went into the hospital. When he went into the hospital and he had to have surgery, he had to stay in there so many days. Like I say, they throwing Europe and America. That's what they doing. They hiding out. They hiding out. But I don't care where they go get them. And I'm not mad at Russia. I'm not mad at China. Somebody needs to tear this playhouse down. London Bridge is all built up. Well, it's all falling down now. Remember that little game Remember that game we used to play back in the day? All build up, head build up. You got to get a head build up till you get it all build up. Then start falling where it fell. Going back to that Wizard of Oz. Toto had to expose the wizard. He was in there controlling the things to make the weather change every time she was getting close to him. You notice that? It would snow. It would do whatever it had to do to keep her from getting to the wizard. The wizard is your government. See, it's a message in that stuff. The wizard is your government. Go back and look at it again. Munchkin, all of that's over there. But I loved that Wizard of Oz. I did as a child. Every time it came on, I was watching it, but I wasn't getting it like I got it. I went back and after I got older and I sat down, I said, oh, now I get it. Toto exposed the government. And the good witch of the East told her all you had to do was do your heels 3 times. She took those slippers off of the wicked witch and put them onto her. So all you have to do is clip those things 3 times and you back in home. She woke up, she had been hit in the head because a tornado had came through there. And that's what made her go on that journey. See, we got to learn this stuff, people. I don't even see that no more on TV. My friend said, still come on. I said, I ain't seen that in a long time. Next time you come on, let me see it. Because I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. And then Michael Jackson them came out. That's another thing. They killed Michael Jackson.
Sure
But
did.
I don't think they really did. But I thought Michael believed in his dad. He never should have left that family. And the daddy tried to keep him from leaving him. But he was so hard-headed, he needed to do what he needed to do. They took him out. Okay, who else was that I think they took out back then? They took out a whole lot of us back there, and we wasn't paying attention. They didn't want that. They didn't want that. They did not want that. And Michael was tough. Then he goes and changed his face, making it pointed like a white boy, and then it got knocked out. Oh, this is a bunch of crap.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bunch of crap.
And they had them kids.
So yes. And see, he was gay. I fought those women for letting those children go in there with him. But he wasn't like that before he left his daddy. So that let you know he slept on the director's couch. You don't make it until you get on the director's couch. And Bernie Mac, they wanted to clone him. I'm thinking that Jamie Foxx has been cloned. That's not the real Jamie Foxx. You look at him real good and put up another picture. That's not the real Jamie Foxx. They cloned. They are cloned.
They got so much strange things going on in this world right now.
Okay? And we're not paying attention. We're not paying attention. This is what I posted out there one time. You come here, you go to work, that's to keep you out of their hair while they do the dirty work. You work and then you go straight through the death door. You go through that death door. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. Now you see why I'm dangerous to them out there? Because I know what they're doing. I know exactly what they're doing. And I can see it. I have visions. I can see these things. I can see them. They can miss me with it. My folks didn't shun us from it. They taught us. In Cuba, Ted Cruz, that's who his folks are. Cuba. They Cubans. My mama used to hate him. Castro. Isn't that what his name was, Castro?
Yeah, Fidel
No,
Castro.
she hated him. Yeah, she hated him. That's who Cruz is. See, all these foreigners coming in here running this, they're not from here. They're not from here. We're no United States. It was Turtle Island. That's what we're sitting on right now. I bought me some Clark and Lewis Nichols. I bought a whole bunch of them back in the day when they first came out. They had to mature. I taught my grandkids about the gold. They bought the gold bars, the silver bars. I got mine. I even bought me some $50 gold buffalo, $50 buffalo coins. I got 10 of them. And one guy was on the bus driving, and we were talking about coins. He said, they're not no good. You guys said, they may not be no good right now, but if you hold on to them, they'll mature. But if you get those bars, the gold bars, and those silver bars, the silver bars, yeah, you good to go. Because that's going to always change. That's money. Nixon took the value out of the dollar when he was in there. That dollar has been no good. No good. I said that's nothing but a promissory note. And now they writing checks they behind can't cash. They in debt. They in terrible debt. It's no recovery. Trump coming there with that, we was in bankruptcy. And as many times he had bankrupts and filed bankruptcy, he knew what to do. So he didn't renew he didn't renew the bankruptcy thing. Okay, the reason why they kept doing it, because that's where our reparation money was in. That's where your reparation money was at. They tear that down, they don't owe you anything. And that's what he's here to do. They owe us. When Lincoln told them about the 40 acres, what's that, the 40 acres in the mule? Oh, yeah. That's another thing. Everybody had let their slaves go but Texas. Everybody had let the slaves go but Texas. That's how they got their wealth. Texas is dangerous. And I tell people, I put out there on the radio, because when they was out here marching for freedom and they arrested this little young black brother, him and his brother was walking, that's when they let the guns start being legal. And they arrested him, and it was not legal, and the pastor had him on the radio, and I came on the radio, I said, baby, you be very careful. I said, because if they kill a president here, you know what they'll do to you and I? They killed John F. Kennedy here.
Exactly.
Now, what you think they're going to do to you? Texas, from that right there, became very treacherous. Became very treacherous. And I said somebody need to wheel that governor off the thing. Sitting up there talking about a woman, what she can do with her body. How you gonna tell me what to do with my body? You're not paying me enough money to take care of what I got. Even though I bought man the earth, it's still, that's dictatorship. Ooh, it makes me so mad. He can't even make a baby. He's paralyzed. So how he gonna make a baby? But he can tell you what to do with your body. This woman left and went to another state and got hers. She got an abortion because she was saying that the doctor told her that it was the third baby. She probably wouldn't make it with it, or the baby wasn't gonna make it. And she said, "I need to get an abortion in." And they blocked her, so she left from here to go get an abortion. She fixing to come out with her little stuff now. This stuff is it's unreal. But we need to take a stand, people, serious. Forget all the dumb stuff. And we need to take our dominion back. We gave it up. Take it back. And if we all stand together, then we can conquer this. We can conquer this. Don't let them put you in fear. That's what they have you working out of, fear. I don't fear anybody. I don't fear anybody. They are just like us.
That's right.
They can fall just like we fall. I do not fear them. And if I don't win that fight, I gave a hell of a good fight. You understand what I'm saying?
That's right. Go out on your shield.
That's it. See, and they say, I fear for my life. That's the first thing the cops will say. Or the white folks say, I fear for my life. But hey, we fear for ours too. We got guns now. I've never had to tote a gun in my life. My grandson had to show me how to shoot the gun. My grandson, you hear me? He's 30-something years old. Mama, this is what you do. And you do it like he's telling me to put that thing, that little point thing right there, and you aim that at him. And you shoot that, and let's go get him. They go to target practice and stuff. Like I say, my other grandson, he went to the Marines. He said, Mama, I'm a sharpshooter. I said, all right. So y'all finna teach me how to do this. I have him clean out my gun every so often. I've never shot it yet. I keep it clean, so if in case I do, I love the hell out of me. I'm gonna protect me. And that's another thing fixing to happen. Martial law. Watch and see what I say. Martial word. Law. They fixing to declare a martial law. Watch and see. You better be angry. Cock that and shoot. Who was that had that out? That was my boy again. I love them. They coming at you. They coming at me. Oh, tell
us, okay, we know what martial law is, but you tell us how you envision it playing out and how people are going to react to it that don't know what it is and don't know what to expect with the curfews and all of these different things. Tell us how it's going to play out. Well,
martial law, they can come in your house. Martial law, they can come in your house and confiscate everything that you have in their food, your ammunitions, and all. Yes, they can. And that's what they finna declare. They can come in there and take your food, whatever you have in their house, your ammunition. Don't put it where they can get it, hide your stuff. And I know when we integrated, well, we moved out to Oak Cliff, and when I was out there and doing the swing, because my grandmother bought us a gym set, and I would kick up the dirt. I was kicking up European gold diamonds and stuff. And I would go in the house and show it to my mom. My mom said, "Girl, one day you gonna be rich." She said, "Where you been?" I said, "Mom, out there in the yard. They used to bury their stuff. So if you think it's gonna get to that point, you need to bury that stuff." But again, that's what the martial law is. They go come in, they go declare it. And Obama signed it to put it back in place. When he was in office, yes, he did. They will come in and take your stuff. Because when they do that, they go bring in the troops. They go bring them in. And that's when they go take your stuff. So hide your stuff. You better hide it. Click, lock down, whatever you got to do. And I'm really fearing for my life because I'm going at my people's property. I got one. Now I'm going at the other. And you come to find out, it's 500 acres. And all the descendants are dead, but I got it posted pending in probate court. So I'm getting ready to go back to probate court to get that out. And I'm getting all of my land back. And everybody won't get it because they all dead and gone. I'll get it. I got commercial property. Mm-hmm. And I won that in court. And I went to court and my uncle and them did the changing of the paperwork that the court had done, making me and him be 50-50 because I settled with my auntie. Okay, and when we took it, then the attorneys took it to the place where you do it, the Dallas Central Appraisal, and we told them to send me the tax papers. Well, the tax papers never got to me. And my uncle, me and him wasn't communicating. So what he did was I settled with my auntie. So he went down there behind the attorney and changed it from my name to my auntie's name. Okay. Then I repossessed it after I won the property. Now the property is all in my name. Okay. And this lady, a black one of us again, she notarized. You're not supposed to notarize something and you involved in it. You're not supposed to be partaking of that. And she said she lost that property because of taxes. No, I did not. I answered the tax court when they came here to serve me. I said, now you can find me. You couldn't find me when it was time to give me the paperwork for me to pay taxes. Now you want to come and show me you finna take my land? No, I fought it and I won it. I didn't want no more attorneys in that. That's why I went to school to learn this stuff myself because they don't mean us no good. I went in there and I won my case. I won my case. I have my property. And it's in my name only. My name only. So I'm not dealing with them. I just do what I have to do. I can't go back into probate. I have to have an attorney to go in there. So I was telling my grandkids, I say, because the oldest of the boys, and I was telling them, I said, now, Mama office to go in here and she's in the fight for this property. And I told them when I won this one, I said, now we need to put something on this property. And to start off with, I need to get me one of those parking meter things where whatever your number, you're in that number, then you go to that board and you place the parking money in there. But I don't want the money. I want them to be able to do it with the card. And he said, all right, Mom. I said, but we need to put something on that property. I want to open up a business. My folks was business people. We had cafes, we had barbershop, beauty shop, and we had some apartments behind there. But my uncle tore it all down. I asked him, why you do that? He said, it's for cheaper taxes. But you never paid on the taxes. I found that out. You never paid on the taxes. So I didn't have to pay the taxes. I told the courts, whatever it costs for them to give me my property back, I want my property back. And he put on there for them to special warranty deed it back to me, and they wouldn't do it. So I talked to Senator Ross West's office. at his attorney's office, and his son told him, the attorney there said, did they ever sign off on that, give you your special warranty deed? I said, no. She said, go get that property and sell it and get your money out of it. I don't want my money out of it right now, because time's finna get hard. Yeah, I'd rather sell it before I just do it like that. But I don't want it out of that right now. That's another thing. If you have property, that's your wealth. We don't know wealth. You don't give up wealth. And one of the guys called my real estate guy the other day, and he said, now how do I get my money back? What do I do? He said, I don't know what to tell you to do. He said, but this is her land, and she's doing what she needs to do with it. So I asked him, I said, well, what is he going to do? He said, he can go back to the title company, they'll give him his money back. I said, well, that's what he better do, because I got my land. Now I'm going at 500 acres. They don't have to give me no 5 acres in a mule. I got 500. I'll be my own mule. See, I'm not playing with them. I'm not scared of them. That's another problem. We scared. We scared. You can't be scared. You got to be bold. You have to be bold. Sometimes you got to step out on faith and be bold when you do it. Step out, get out of that boat.
That's
Either
right.
you win, lose. And when I jump out that boat, I'm coming full force. I'm giving it all I got. I ain't worried about no debt. I'm worried about getting my stuff. My people work hard for it. This black chick up there, she didn't pay no taxes. I didn't need to pay no taxes. They had all the money. They should have been paying the taxes. They the one stole all the property from my grandmother now, and they did it when she was on her dying bed, and I wrote that in there. She was incoherent. She wasn't in her right mind. And they asked me, how you know that? I said, look at the signature on there. It's going up here. That's not a sound mind person. That's not a sound. She wrote her name on the line. That's not on that line. He did this at the last of the last. That's what they did. And the rest of them was paying taxes on land they didn't own. We got to learn this stuff. We need to take up some law. That's what we need to do. Quit playing the guessing game. Go to law school. They even trying to tear that stuff down. And I don't just say go to no community college. You need to go to a university. Now they not letting Biden pay for these schooling. Obama paid for mine. That's the only thing I can give him credit for, because he ain't did nothing else for us.
Right.
We shouldn't be still stuck here. Michelle is Michael, y'all. That's his name. He's a female. He's a male. He ain't no woman. He gay. They was gay. They worked for each other in a law firm. He was gay. Michael is gay. And one day he accidentally called him Michael.
Yeah, several times he did that. Yep.
Yes, he did. It was gay.
And
I
when
started paying attention.
Joan Rivers said that about Michelle?
That's exactly. You're so right. Yes, you're so right. You're so right.
And she said
everybody know that she's that Michelle is a man, and she sure did come up dead. Yes, she did. And see, he's often. Let me say it again. He is related to all of those. What are they called? I want to say Illuminati, but they're not actually Illuminati. They're in that family. They're in that family. And they don't do nothing but pass the baton. They are related some kind of way. Let me put another footnote down there. Hillary and 45, what's his name? Trump, they related. They cousins.
Oh my God.
See how we've been played? You see how we've been played? They cousins. Look it up. I think they second or third cousins there. Yes, they are. But that Michael, he sure did call her Michael. And she's talking about, I'm going to say it. It's talking about running for president. It's thinking about it. But again, I don't look for Biden to be able to run for president. I think it's going to be Kamala Harris.
Yeah, he's
and I don't buy this.
His mind is going, his body's going. He can't make it even to that finish line.
No.
Much less run again.
Okay. They too old. They too old. And that's why he came out there. My name is very well known all around in the White House and everywhere else. That's why Obama came out there with Biden, wanting to know if I'm going to vote for him. I wrote on there, hell no. He needs to be somewhere with his damn grandkids. He don't need to be out here. And he go sit here and defend his son, getting in all that trouble and stuff. And we go put them in there. They won't let our kids do that. If we don't do that much, they throw the books away at us. Go get if you sell some drugs, and it ain't nothing compared to what they do. I told my mama looking at Rook, I say, they the one bringing in the drugs. We don't have that kind of money to do that. We're not even getting over there. So how the drugs getting in here? That's why my mama said, girl, you know this stuff. I mean, we don't do critical thinking. We're a program. You just better detox and learn to do some critical thinking. Because I'm a child talking like that. I'm still in junior high, elementary. I think I was about 6th grade, 7th grade. And I saw that. Because my mama made us sit there and watch Roots. That's when it first came out. And I don't think that was accurate either.
Oh, no. And that was mild, watered down.
Come on now. That wasn't real. They're not going to give us the real stuff. That's why your shows be so long. Look how long we've been on this phone.
Let it flow.
Come on now. It's good. But I love your show. When I found you, I said, ooh, I have to keep watching him. I have to watch. I do. I can't, but that 3 hours, 4 hours, oh, I got to go. I can't sit that long. I'll pause it, then I'll go back. I'll pause it, then I'll go back and sit up on it. I can't do that long. That's long. Somebody else, what's his name? What's that? Learn your legion. What's that? Learn your legion or something like that. Stay out there. I like them too. Now I don't buy this Farrakhan, all of that. I don't buy all of that. Mm-hmm. All of that's religion. I don't buy none of that. I do not. We're not religious people. We're spiritual beings on this earth trying to experience to live a human life. Can't nobody tell you about that. We're all on this earth trying to experience to learn how to live this human life. And can't nobody tell you that. That's their imagination. And they've done a damn good job at it. They done just fooled our people, but they couldn't get me. I've always been where I was able to think. I'm a free thinker. I'm a free thinker, and I think for myself. I tell my girls, I say, if somebody tell you it's $5,000 over there on the other side of that mountain, you go over there and jump over there to go get it. I said, you better tell them you go get it. Don't you send me to go get nothing. You go get it. We have to think critical. And that's what law is all about, critical thinking. I learned that. It's critical thinking. You got to think further than the nose on your face. And that's where we stop thinking it, right there at that nose. And we got to, you know what? We are stars. We are the stardust. Every time when I was a little girl, you don't see this anymore. The skies used to be covered with stars. You don't see them no more. And when they be bright, we used to say, starlight, star bright, the brightest star I see tonight. I wish I might, I wish I may have, I wish tonight. Okay, when that star was bright like that, that star was dying. We are stardust. That's what we are. We are the stars. That's why Beyonce and them know and do what they do. They know who they are. But ain't no way I would have had no Jay-Z if I was her looking the way she did. I couldn't do it. And she turned me out when she was with those girls and they started wearing all little shorty things. I said, see, we don't have to do like the white folks do. Have dignity. Have respect for yourself. Just don't do that. Cover up. You can be sharp covered up. You don't go around here exposing your body like that. And I don't think she was ever pregnant either. Let me shut up now.
Keep it going.
She wasn't pregnant, y'all. Her body ain't went out of whack not one time. She didn't have those babies. She did not have those babies. What they do, they go and get those people and they get their eggs and stuff and donate their eggs and they put that in there and cause, what's that, my girl name from the, what are they from? Oh, I like her too. Oh, what's their name? But anyway, she had a show out there, her and her sisters. They were the Braxton girls. Okay. And that young Braxton girl was saying that she didn't have no babies. Her body wasn't she wasn't gonna lose her body like that. And I said, come to think of it, girl, you might be on to something. She never did that. Blue Ivy. Come on now. She didn't carry those babies. Those are babies that was somebody else carried those babies. They did the eggs and stuff. That's what they were doing. There's a lot of crap around here. They killed my boy.
Indeed.
I didn't like him at first. Huh?
I said, yes, indeed, with all the stuff that's going on out here.
Yes. And this other guy, Bernie Mac, they cloning them. I still say, Jamie Foxx is cloned. That's not the real Jamie Foxx. And I saw a picture with Michael Jackson in it way after he died. Michael Jackson wasn't dead. Michael Jackson was sitting at his funeral back there. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that one.
Had some shades on. That was Michael Jackson. Now he up here adopting these kids and having these other kids, and he had a son, a real son. Really? Look just like it. I saw him over there. He was supposed to be overseas over there. I want to say around Africa or somewhere. And they showed him. I said, look at Michael over there. He ain't dead. Michael wasn't dead. He died to the music industry. That's what he did. Because when they brought him back in there, and he couldn't do that dance, well, he done got too old to be doing what he used to do. And they couldn't take him. They wanted him to keep doing it. No, they supposed to allegedly killed him. But they didn't kill him. They just killed him out the music industry. He was still walking around. And then Janet Jackson went over there, and she got married over there and had her baby over there. And that's where I saw his picture, him walking around over there. I said, see, there's Michael Jackson right there. They lies to us about a whole lot of things. They don't tell us the truth. Marvin Gaye looking for those drugs. They had him on over there, say he was high as a kite. And he come back over here and he couldn't find it. He was looking for it. Yeah, right. I told man, you better not go over there. You better not go over there. They didn't do nothing to you. These folks is the one did this stuff to us over here. And you better stay here. Let them send their folks over there. Don't send ours. They created the problems, fight their own battles. But I see they're not drafting our kids over there no more. They're not drafting our young men over there no more. That's why they bringing the immigrants in here, y'all. That's why they say let the bank give them the credit, whatever that is. Give it to them. Don't deny them. But our boys didn't get it. When they went to fight, they didn't get it. They didn't get no credit. They didn't get no bank account. They didn't get none of that. Some of them come back here. I saw one that was sharp. Oh, he was so sharp. Oh, he was sharp. He went to Bishop College. He was very smart. And they had drafted him off over there. The next time I saw him, he was walking the street, holding up his pants, talking to himself.
Oh, no.
I said, that's not Joe. I'm serious. I said, that's not Joe. That's not him. And he was just walking the street, just talking to himself, just and holding up his pants. That boy was sharp. When he was around here and went off into that, he was sharp. Very smart. Very smart. He had to be smart to go to Bishop College. See? No, they do us in. But you go to jail. But I remember when Classes Clay went in there as Classes Clay, and he came out Muhammad Ali stinging as a bee. He told them, I could see him clear as day standing up on that doorstep. Said he wasn't going over there to fight for them. They hadn't done nothing to him, and they put him in jail and stripped him of his title. That's what they did. And that's when the them came over there, and what you call them folks, what are they called? The Muslims, and they went into jail there, and they recruited him. Yeah, that was wrong. That's so wrong. That's so wrong. They haven't done our people right at all. They owe us. They owe us for what they did to our people. They owe us for what they did to us, and they're still doing it to us. They're still doing it to us. That's baloney. We need to sue. We need our reparation. Now, how we gonna get our reparation? Don't vote for them. Go in there and put your own name on the ballot. Go in there independent. If you don't see nobody's name you trust on there, write your own name in there. Take the votes from them. That's all we good for, is to give them votes. To make them do us the way they do us. I told my mother sitting there when she was looking at that Nixon stuff going on back then. I said, I don't know why y'all go and vote for these people. They not counting your vote, but they counted hers because she went to college. But if you didn't go to college, they're not counting your vote. They do the electoral votes. That's what they do, and those are the people that went to college. That's why Obama come at me, because he knew I had went to college and he knew he had paid for it, and my name surfaced again. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now let's get real. Let's get real. We need to learn. They didn't teach us about voting. They didn't teach us about a whole lot of things. They didn't want you voting. I remember looking at that. I remember looking at that stuff way back in the day. Jones, some kind of movie that name was, and they was going around. What was that other man name? He was a black man, but they showed him as a white man. But anyway, I can't think of his name. But anyway, he was defending, fighting for the black folks out there. They make them be they changed it from us to them to make it be them. That's what they doing right now. But they changing your DNA. That's why I don't like going to no doctor. I didn't take any shot. I did not take that shot. I was not going to take that shot. My daughter said, Mama, now, what did you do? You had to get shots when you had to start school. I said, I wasn't in control of myself then. I'm in control of myself right now. And I'm not doing it. They are changing your DNA. Our blood is very rich. We are very spiritually and bodily rich. Have we ever stopped to think, wow, are we the only race they do this to? And I don't like the word race. I'm not race. I'm a human being. Have we ever stopped to think why we are the only ones they do like this?
Mm-hmm.
That ought to let us know we are somebody. We are somebody. And we don't know who we are. Hitler said, when we find out who we are, that's when World War III go take place. He said, I didn't do nothing but kill the false Jews. That's the Holocaust, whatever they call it. They wasn't the real. We are the true Jews, and we're not Jews, we're Jews. That's their religion. We are bloodline. We are bloodline. That's their religion. They didn't come, they not bloodline. They done took that nest on. They took it on. They're not us. And we don't even know who we are. That's unreal to me. How do we not look at this stuff and not think? We don't think. We don't think. We just flat don't think. We go along with whatever people tell us, and I don't do that. And I don't lie to people.
Right.
If I'm not truthful to them, I tell them I can't vouch for that. I'm not certain on that. But if I know what I know, I'm gonna tell what I know. I may forget a name or two, but I'll make you remember. Help me remember who that name is. Didn't you help me remember Rosa Parks? I can tell you the story of them. Somebody go give me a name. See? Somebody go give me the name and I can vouch and say, yeah, that's it. That's her. That's her. She would not give up that seat. He go come in here telling me that wasn't like that. And I didn't like him either. I'll say it again, Cruz. He come from over there in Cuba. That's where he come from. All of them is not from here. They from another place and they come in here. And like I told our governor, I called him and I told him, I said, I know you know I'm black, if that's what you want to call me, but I'm mellow. I said, and I know, I said, you sitting up here talking about sending the Asians back. I said, sure would have been good. We could have sent y'all back because y'all invaded on us. Y'all should have been going back. I don't hide what I got to say. I let them know. I know my stuff. And that's the biggest problem we have right now. We waking up. We are waking up and they scared. They are scared as hell. They are scared. They didn't intend for us to learn this. There's three things you can't hide. The sun, the moon, and the truth. Believe that. Let's go surface. This is exposure time for America Corporation. This is exposure time. And they are being, they getting there. We getting them there. Yeah, we getting them there. I looked at how they did Diana over there in England. And she didn't take their mess either. She did not take their mess. He did not. That Kamala, whatever that woman name he was with, he was sleeping with her, and she found that out. See, she came from a group of people too. Yes, she did. And let me tell you about the bloodline. If you're RH negative, you come from a royal family. They cannot give you blood. They cannot give you blood. It will kill you instantly. You can give blood, but you cannot take blood. You cannot take it. And I'm RH negative. I don't let them mess with my blood. I do not. I don't give them no blood. I do not. I do not. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to let them throw off my DNA. Bernie Mac, he didn't want to that was Steve Harvey. It was the three kings, I think, 3 or 4 kings. Steve Harvey, Bernie Mac, and that big fat black one. I can't think of his name right now, but I can see his face. They took the shots. Bernie Mac didn't. So they killed him. They killed him. Because they don't want you, if you know too much, that's one thing, the Illuminati in them and the Rothschild ain't they don't want you to be out there exposing this. They killed him because he wouldn't do what they wanted him to do. He wouldn't change it. And I used to say we was all clones because reading that book again, going back to that BIBLE, and that stands for Basic Instruction Before Leaving Earth. That's what the Bible means. Basic instruction before leaving Earth. See, it's they have a lot of hidden secrets in their stuff. You got to learn how to decode it. You got to learn how to decode it. My cousin said, Beverly, how do you know that? I said, You better, I say, I read and I learn and I listen and I learn. I read it for myself. I learn. I seek it for myself. We perish for the lack of what? knowledge. We perish for the lack of knowledge. I read myself, and I read their books, because that's how I'm going to know how to detect. That's how I know how to detect it, how to take it out. I said, take it out, the Jones, whatever that was, that movie came out. And my daughter said, Mama, that was a black man. I thought, no, that's right. Okay, and then they talk about Rosa Parks. Okay, it was a black girl back in the day before Rosa Parks. They didn't give up her seat or something. They don't tell you about that. They don't tell you about that. They done erased her. Now that's what they're trying to do, erase us off of this earth. That's what they're trying to do, erase us off this earth. But they don't have no control. They didn't put us here. The Most High did. We didn't have a choice of our colors. I have light-skinned children. I have a light-skinned daughter and a dark-skinned daughter. I'm dark-skinned. Okay. And if you go so many generations back, 5 generations back, you can be whatever color it is. See, this melon and this woman was writing me out there where they put a post out there, and it was a little boy, a black boy, and his hair was long and it was cute, but I understood what she was saying, and I told her, I said, that's a child. Why would you do a child like that? Why would you want to cut his hair? I said, don't you know a man's strength is in his hair? Samson, that's where his strength was. Didn't Delilah cut his hair off? Some people.
Mm-hmm.
That's where your strength is, in your hair. That's why we have the thick hair we have. That's why we don't get all of what they get, because that thick hair protects us from the sun. It protects us from the sun. That's why we got kinky, thick hair. See, I love learning. I'm still learning today. I'm not going to stop learning until I evolve. I love learning. I will read in a minute. And I don't read anybody's stuff. I go back to the history stuff. Thor, that's Jesus, y'all. Thor, Thor. Do you know that name? Have you heard of Thor?
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah.
Okay. That was Jesus. We have the avatars. We have our bodies are avatars. This is not who we are when we're looking at each other. You have to live on earth in an earthly suit. You cannot be on earth without an earthly suit. It's no way. No way. And Jesus is Thor. They just made him be white. And Thor was coming back here all the time. So they done went through our books and read our books, and they had that Bible was written by the Council of Chalcedon and the Council of Nicaea, and they meet every so often still today as we speak. That's who wrote that book. And that book is called Basic Instruction Before Leaving Earth. That's for the white man. That's for the white man.
That's amazing.
See, yes, it is. Blue eyes, pale face, and I called it just like that. I said blonde hair, blue eyed, pale face Negroes. That's what they are. Now thugs is what I call them. The Hate You Give. Need to look at that movie too. That's a good movie. That's a good movie. I love that movie. I love looking at our movies, and I interpret it the way I think it should be, because I know they've indoctrinated to make it be what they want it to be. And it's unreal. I mean, they just erased us. They the ones walk around here naked and stuff. We've always covered ourselves until we start getting into their world. We get in their world, then that's when all this stuff changes. Frequency, vibration, that's what we are. Your words is vibration. The frequency, that's what this world is built off of. I went to school for I went to this manager. He was a vice president of the company. He told me I could go to school and he would pay for it. So I went to what was that? Oh, it's out there in Mesquite. I can't think of it right now. But I took up, what they call this. It's, about numbers. There's no other numbers. It all started out with 0, 0, 0. You had a whole lot of zeros until you get to 1. There's no numbers after 1. You got a whole lot of zeros. And then what was that I took up? But anyway, I learned that. And I got frustrated because I didn't know what I was actually into. And I said, man, I don't want to do this. But he was paying for it. And I kept going. And I started learning some things. All these numbers, that's why this world is infinity. It's infinity. No time, no ending. No ending. All these numbers they put behind there, they did that. Now, we're the ones who had the numbers. We're the ones who had the alphabet. There was no J. It was none of that. They connected those dots and made those I's be J's. That's how they did what they did. We don't even know what's going on around here. We need to learn this stuff.
Serious.
And I don't care about them. Not when you do my people like that. And I can't see a black woman marrying a white man. I cannot see that. I cannot see that. The pastor was talking on the radio out there, and he was saying, I had a problem with him, because when I was at Dallas Area Rapid Transit, we called it DART for short. And they gave me a check for $100,000 and some thousand, because I asked for my vacation pay. I had been off, and they didn't want to give me my vacation pay. I said, well, if I'm going to be off, I need some kind of money so I can make my bills. And they wrote this check out, and they come bringing me up to the board on it. And I said, why am I the only one sitting here? That check had to go through 3 departments before it got to me. Why am I the only one sitting here? I didn't sign off on it. I asked for my vacation pay. And this guy, the union steward that was working with me, referred me to the one that's on the radio out there and said, let's get him and bring him in, okay? He didn't want to come in. And I met him up over here one Saturday, and he looked at me and I looked at him. And I didn't know he would go be the preacher that was out there on the radio, and I learned that too. And he's 52. The work scholar speaking to him been back on the radio, neither one of them. I don't know if they still living, so they got a way of getting rid of you. And I said, this don't make sense. And I said, I asked y'all to come in to help me out because I already had them nailed down. All we had to do was I needed some backbone and a man to stand up behind me that so-called know this stuff, and you wouldn't come in to help me out. He said, you want your job back? I said, no, I've evolved. I'm not in that anymore. I went to school, and I was talking about, we was talking about Obama, and he hollered at me on the radio, have Obama ever done anything for you? I said, yes, he did. What did he do for you? I said, he paid for my education. That's what he did for me. That's why he keep coming through me for Joe Biden. That's why he come for me on my email. And I told him, until you get my HR 40, we can't talk no more. You keeping me bound too. I'm not trying to be bound. Can't nobody unfree me. They can't unfree me. I'm free as that bird flying around in the sky out there. And I mean that one. They not my mama. I told them I only had one mama and one daddy, and y'all ain't it. I don't listen to what you tell me. I listen to what my people told me. And my people taught me very well. And I'm not going out there. That's another thing. Well, you need to use those words. That's in the box in. You take that W-E-L-L. Take that L and turn that other L upside down. You're in a box. You in a box. That's what they got you working out of that box. It's a lot of hidden secrets in their stuff. I don't use the word well. It's some more words I don't use in there. It's some words we got to learn. I don't. How you doing? Oh, I'm well. No, I don't do that. No. Like I say, G-O-D, God, turn that around. That's D-O-G. I told that preacher, the Most High that I serve is not a dog. He's the universe. It's the universe. Ain't no man. Ain't no man made no babies here. No man made no babies here. We weren't designed to do that. The universe knew exactly what it was doing. It made us to be the ones to bring the babies here. And it made you guys be the ones who impregnate us. See? No, I don't go with what they say. I don't go with what they tell me. I'm very headstrong, and they're not going to make me waver from it. My daddy told me, you better live your life. He taught me that you better live your life. And I lived my life to the fullest. They'll sit over there. How is she getting all that stuff? I don't do drugs. I don't sell drugs. I take my money and I use it wisely. This girl, Beverly, you need to stop buying. I said, no, you need to stay out of my pocketbook. I said, because the first time you give me, that's on you. The second time you give me, it's on me because I knew better because you done got me the first time. Now, I done lost food before. I'm not going to keep losing my food. Ain't nobody giving me no food stamps, and I'm using wrong English. Ain't. Nobody's giving me no food stamps. I'm not trying to hear that stuff. I wouldn't have what I have if I didn't work the jobs I work. I worked post office. I started out with the corporation. And I left the corporation. That's the one who took the first rib out of me and found out that's what disabled me. And then they changed my Social Security from disability Social Security to Social Security. I asked them, how did you take the disability part out? I will leave this earth disabled. So why did you take that? Oh, you still making the same thing. That's not what I'm asking you. I'm disabled. Now, how do I go from disabled to being what you want me to be? You're getting paid the same thing. No, I'm not. They are cutting your payback when they do you like that. And I was talking to a lady the other day about that. She said, you better get on that one. I said, I'm on it. I'm really on it. Because they disabled me. And I kept right on going. I was talking to my friend Beverly today. And I said, Beverly, you know what we went through? She said, yep. I said, you know who I am? Yep. I said, okay. Now let's talk. I said, now, was I like this back then? She said, yeah. I said, and if nobody can stop me but me. If I let them tell me I'm disabled, I told that doctor when he told me you're disabled, I said, you disable me? Well, I won't be able to work again. They gave me a TENS because I wouldn't take their medicine. I told them, don't let me out of here and give me no prescription. I'm not taking your medicine. I need a TENS unit. So they gave me a TENS unit. And that's what I used. I put that TENS unit under my uniform and I went right on. I sure did. That male, it was over 50 pounds. We had to be able to lift up to 50 pounds. I did it. We can only stop ourselves, people. They don't stop you. You stop yourself. I ain't stopping me. I'm not stopping me. I'm not going to sit here and let them tell me what I can and cannot do. Who are they? I told this white woman, and I'm not going to be nice when I say this. She say, your mama taught you this, and you passing this down to your children, aren't you? I said, don't you buy toilet paper like I do? I said, don't you have to shit like I do? I said, now what make you superior to me? You can't come here with that. I got her out of my face. Gay. Why are they sending you? I've been here 5 years. They never offered to send me to the school. I said, look how you dress. Look who you are. You gay. You don't even want to be who you are. Be yourself. Maybe they'll do it. I come in there every day, I'm sharp. I wear my clothes leather. I love those, sweaters, those sweaters. And I used to like seeing Bill Cosby in those sweaters, right?
Right.
And I wear my sweaters. I love my sweaters. Look how they did Bill Cosby. Come on now. Is that his name? Yeah, Bill Cosby. Look how they did him. This is a trip. He was very educated. They don't want you being educated. That's the biggest fear they have right now. Us knowing. That's the biggest fear they have. Us knowing who we are. And they saying we are waking up. Now that's very scary to them. That's very scary to them. So that's why they bringing in these other folks. They not just coming in here just to be coming in here. They doing this stuff for a reason. Like I say, they recruiting them and making them so-called citizens so they can go fight these wars. And they don't get it. I got it. I got it. Don't send my boy over there. Send your own children over there. Y'all created this mess. Now you go clean it up. I'll be glad when they get through doing what they doing. I'll be glad when they get through. Because it's not going to be the way they want it to be. Yeah, Hitler, I can't get over Hitler. I can't get over it. And they take everything down that you post. They don't want you posting that again. Another thing, when they wrote that, back in the day, when they wrote that stuff up, they didn't have no intention of us learning this stuff. Okay. They want to tell you what they want to tell you, but in reality, they picking your mind so they can turn it around against you. The law is not for us, it's for them against us. That's what it is. That law is against us. That's why they don't go in there and amend that. They want me to vote for him, and he done been in there and he's falling down the airplane steps and stuff. He can't make his steps. And I'm talking about 46 now. We weren't supposed to have no more than 44 presidents. Obama was supposed to have been your last president. That's law. Did you not know that?
Wow.
Obama was supposed to have been your last president. It was only supposed to be 44 presidents.
That's what I heard.
That's what it was supposed to be. They weren't going to let no black man go down. I posted out there about Abraham Lincoln. That was a black man. Did you know that?
I heard that too, and a couple of the other presidents also.
Okay, now. We gave you your black president. You ain't gave us nothing. We voted for that. See, you ain't gave us nothing. I got out that year and I voted for that. I took my mother. That was the last president that she voted for. I said, come on, mama, let's go. Let's go vote. Let's go vote. We're going to put this black man in here. And I used to tell people when they would tell me about voting, and I tell them, I don't see nobody's name on there I know. And they said, who do you know? I said, Jesus. I don't see his name on there. That's what I used to tell them. If his name on the ballot, I'll vote for him. But Jesus went in there kicking all those tide tables and all that stuff down too. They don't tell you that either, do they? That's in the book, y'all. We don't read it. We don't read it. We go off what the preachers say. You go to church today? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But Beverly, why is it you think this way? I said, because I know better. I don't care. I almost fell out with one friend of mine. She said, Beverly, I've been knowing you over 30 years. We can't go out like this. I said, well, if we're going out like this, we got to go out like this, dear, because I'm not going backwards. I don't drive in reverse. I drive going forward. I'm not going in reverse. I don't drive going backwards. Nope, not doing that one. I didn't see Jesus' name on the ballot, so I didn't vote. I didn't start voting until I was well grown, well up there, because I didn't see no point in it. There wasn't nothing changing, and it ain't nothing changing again. Vote for him. I'm not voting for him. And Obama is gay. He's gay. Obama is gay. Michael is gay, which is called Michelle. Those are not his. Those are not their children. Did you not know that? Can't no two men make no baby. They done borrowed those kids from somebody. They paid them to let those children, those girls be themselves. They sure did. They can't make no babies. Tasha and what's the name of that other one? They ain't make them babies. They did not make them babies. They full of shit. That's what they full of. And they heart pumping buttermilk. 'Cause there ain't no blood up in there. That's buttermilk. They don't have no blood. And then when this other little lady be out there, Jane somebody, she used to be on Oprah Winfrey. That's another woman I don't care for. Oprah Winfrey is no good. And I say something wrong with her. She used Stedman. She used Stedman to get her where she needed to go. And I think her and Gail are lovers.
Of course, that's written all over the whole thing. Oh God, yeah.
Come on now.
Oh yeah.
Come on now.
A long time ago, when the whole world,
Come on now.
when the whole world used to love Oprah Winfrey, a lot of women back in the day, and I drew that picture with her breast feeding a little white baby, talking about mammy milk. They tore me up. I don't see none of them no more because they already know what time it is.
Come on now.
Winfrey. Yeah.
Come on now. She used Stedman. That was her
Stedman is the beard. He's the cover.
Okay.
You know what time it is.
Come on now. Come on now. You know, that's why I like you. I know you know this stuff. I don't just follow people just to be following them. I follow them because I'm being fed the right stuff. I get fed the right stuff. I'm not going to keep going around posting that I don't know nothing about. I don't believe in that Farrakhan and all of that either. I'm not into them. I'm not into them. 'Cause and what was that man name that was over there? Oh, he died. But anyway, he was sleeping with the girls, having babies by those teenagers. And when Malcolm X found out about that, he exploded. He exploded. See? He didn't know he was doing. That's what made him fall out. And they say that somebody else killed Malcolm X. No, it was one of them killed Malcolm X because he was too powerful. He knew too much. You're dangerous when you know that stuff. You are dangerous when you know this stuff.
Yep.
I tell you, dangerous when you in religion and politics. It's dangerous. But I'd rather know it than not know it. Because I know when I'm being had. You understand what I'm saying? I know it when I'm being had. Michael. And I used to watch her when she'd be on those shows, especially that Ella show, and she would be exercising, and I'm looking at her trying to find the print of that thing down there between her legs. She wear those wide dresses so you can't see it. See, those skirts and things. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she thought she was slick. I called them it. It thought it was slick. Now, I was paying attention. I was paying attention. That is not no woman. That is not no woman. That's a man. Those are not their children. They paid somebody for that. They are dirty. They dirty. And over there in Africa, Obama was saying that his daddy was an African, and the relatives, the real children of the man, was saying Obama wasn't no kin to them. I posted that out there. Was no kin.
Well, they were saying, I heard something about him being Indonesian.
Come on, I didn't hear about that one, but I know the way they got it going, they all kin folks. They're not doing anything but passing the baton. That's all they doing. Passing the baton. And when I read in that law book that you couldn't be a president if you was a slave child, and I said, what? And you have to, 35, you can't do it after up to 35 or something like that. You had to be 35. And then after that, I said, well, if you got age to become that, you ought to have an age to be out of that. And what we need right now is all of them out of that. Now, what we need right now is for our own. We need our own party. That'll break all of this up.
Yep.
And that's what I think they're afraid of. If we get out there and vote for, if you don't want to vote for no one, put your own name up there. Take the votes away from them. I'm looking at that old Scott guy upstate going for Trump. Come on now. He don't have a problem with races. No, because you're part of them. And you can talk out the side of your neck. You can miss me with that. They can miss me with the talk they do. That stuff goes through one ear and straight out the other one. It does not settle register in my system. Cause I know they dirty. I know they dirty. And this man posted out there that, Biden took his wife, Jill, from him. Sure did. I posted that out there. I said, get out of here. They should have been and kicked me off of Facebook a long time ago. But YouTube want me in. They want me in. And I don't want to be out there like that. I don't want to be out there like that. I just want to do what I do and just pass the message on. They either accept it or they go research it. Don't take my word for it. Go research it because it's out there. You got to go out there. This one, the young girl go tell me, why is it you the only one know this? I said, where did you go to school? I went to El Centro or what? I said, that's why you don't know what I know. I said, that's another elementary school. Now you get out of there and start going to these universities, you'll learn this stuff. See, they like I said, I had some good teachers, and when I graduated, we had some good speakers. That guy stood there and said, you haven't made it yet. You just graduated from elementary. Now you need to move on. You need to keep going up that ladder. And I kept that in my spirit. That was just graduating from elementary. And they always prepare you for the next year. It is a fact. If you don't make it out of the third grade, they're putting in another bed in the cell waiting on you to come. That's what they doing. Oh, it's all designed. They was out there on the radio. We had a radio station called KKDA, and one morning I was off, and I had my alarm clock to go off to wake me up to go to work. And the guys called in, and he was bragging about how many beds he done bought and blah, blah, this and that. So I called in, and I said, you up here bragging about the beds you bringing into the sales. I said, why don't you take that money and put it into our education? And maybe we wouldn't have to be going to jail. Teach us the right education. Don't be giving us watered down education. They got them off the radio. But I got my point out there. That's why your stories be so long, because see how long we've been talking? That's why your stories be so long. See, but I love it. I knew one time you was kind of doubting me there for a minute, especially when that guy that you had out there all the time was coming on there and something had happened. And I said, oh my goodness, he look at that, he thinking that I'm coming in here and I'm doing them in. I said, no, I'm not. I'm coming in here to learn. I'm not coming in here to do that. I don't bring our people down. If I can't help you, I'm sure not going to hurt you. I'll walk away before I hurt you. I'm not going to do it.
Oh, I know, sweetheart.
I'm not going to do it. Yeah, but I love my learning. I love my people that knows this stuff and let us put this out here. I love it. Because we have been duped. We need to learn this stuff. But I don't know, and I told that woman about that little boy hair. I say, now you're sitting up here talking about his hair, and his mama and them won't cut his hair. I said, there's nothing wrong with that. I said, when I was little, I wore froze, I wore dashikis, I wore bell bottoms. That didn't make me change. I'm still that same person. I just evolved. I don't dress like that anymore. I dress accordingly. And I wear my clothes. I wear my clothes. I pay money for my clothes. I pay money for my shoes. I pay money for whatever I get. I don't shop around anywhere. My folks bought me up shopping Neiman Marcus, Foley's. It was Sanger Harris back in the day. It changed over to Foley's. Neiman Marcus, Foley's, Titus, and it was another store. That's how they had me shopping, because they shop like that. Baby, please. I always had a problem with people. They always said, one girl told me, when she saw I was out there on Facebook, they got on my Facebook, and I started talking the same talk again. She said, you'll never change. You was like that in school. I said, this is who I am. And I am who I am. I'm true to self. I'm not going out like that. Nobody's going to program me. I told little white folks, get off my page. I said, my Most High is not a dog. And if you turn that G-O-D around, that's exactly what you getting. And get off my page. Cause I'm going to call me a prophet. I'm gonna really prophesize for you over here, and keep coming on my page. I got them off of there. Don't say that. I got other people out here. I said, good. Let me come back and tell you some more. They got off. I ain't seen them no get off my page. They a trip. You know what I think? They know they ugly. My mother used to say, you don't have trouble out of nobody but ugly folks. And I know when they look in that mirror, they know they ugly. See, when you know you look good, you somewhere prepping up and you're not going to act any kind of way. You ugly because you know you ugly, and you're looking in that mirror and you're looking at yourself. See? It's true. It's so true. Look at Greg Abbott in a wheelchair. He know he ugly. He mad because he can't walk around. See? I said, how dare he tell a woman about how to do, what she needs to do with her body. I said, he can't even make a baby. You know that's ugly. Sitting up there. I told my city councilman, I said, somebody need to roll his ass off the damn mountain somewhere. Take him up on the mountain and roll his ass off. She said, Miss Scott, don't say that. And she started laughing. I said, I'm for real. I'm very for real. See, we got a Mexican over here as a city council. I used to bug the mess out of him. I talk to him crazy. And I tell him what I demand. And they come out here, they do it too. They do it. I said, now, you don't want me on your bad side. I said, well, it wasn't like this when Al Liston and Diane Ragsdale was in there. I'm surprised Diane Ragsdale still living in found out she was gay. I said, oh, my goodness. But she was tough. She was tough. And we had it going on here in Dallas, Texas when they was city councilman. I went to him and I told him something. He said, you know what? They'll get you on the way to church. I said, yeah, no. I said to myself, no, I don't even go to church no more. I got enough of that. I got enough of that because I love going, but after I found out what time it was, I didn't get up to get sharp to go to no church no more. I get sharp to go to work, and I didn't want to do that one. So when I got those jobs where I had to wear a uniform, that was right on time with me. And when they saw me again, and we had our little meeting, and they said, you dress like that? I sure do. I sure do. You're not going to see me walking around here looking any kind of way. I'm sharp. I am sharp. See, and I'm going to continue to know my values. I know my values. I know who I am. I didn't have to look for no daddy. I had a real daddy. I had a real mom. I didn't have to look for them. I already had that. So now I'm looking for what I had come up under. And if you're not like them, I can't tolerate them. See, my daddy wouldn't let nobody in his shop. A white man was coming in his shop, and he told him, he said, you need to stop. You can't come in here. You're not welcome in here. My daddy made me only patronize my own kind. spend my money with us. And one day I went to my dad. I said, you know what, Dad? I know you told me to patronize my own kind, but some of them we just can't do. I just can't do them. I can't do them. I know that. And some of them, they done took on the ways of the oppressor. That's why. And this is the one, the radio man out there now. He had the lady to come in there talking about mental illness. And I couldn't take it no more. I called in and I said, have you ever heard of the word oppress? Have you ever heard of the word oppression? I said, the lady was bragging on, a black lady bragging on the medicine she was on and how it was doing her. I said, ma'am, you don't need that medicine. I said, you being oppressed and your government is doing it to you. Because you can't cope with it. The spirit is telling you you can't cope with what they're doing. My mother used to say, only the strongest will survive. Now I take it a little further. I told my kids, I said, my mama said only the strongest will survive. I said, now we to survive, now we need to thrive. We need to thrive now because we're here.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to survive. We need to thrive. And I'm thriving. I sure did. I'm not the one. They can't make me come out of my skin. I'm glad. I used to wonder why we was black and they was white. And everybody was catering to them. But where I grew up at, wasn't no white folks in our neighborhood. The only place they was at the pharmacy. That was the only place you saw them at when you go to the pharmacy. Other than that, we had our own black store where you go, the hamburger stands and all of that. We had all our black stuff, home cooked food. They came in here and ran our mouth with the mouth power stations of people out of here to replace us. That's what they did. Like I say, we Tulsa, Oklahoma. I don't care where we go, all over the earth. All over the earth. They turn you down. And then they had the audacity to show it to you on TV. Really? Bombing these people down, but they didn't get to kill them all. They didn't kill them all, but they made them scared. That's what they got in us, fear. Don't put no fear there. Take that fear out of there. Put your bravery in there, because that's what we are. We bravery. And if Jesus was a white man, he went in there and kicked those tables over, so we need to go in there and kick those tables over too. But he wasn't no white man, he was a black man. All that book is about black folks, and they done doctored that book up. In the beginning, God created the heaven, the earth. Then he said, on the seventh day, we rest. And then he said, let us make man in our image on the sixth day. I said, okay, now who is us? Who is us? Oh, Jesus was there with God all the same time. I said, so you saying they gay? Come on, people. We don't think. Next time I saw her, she was wearing some pellet pushes coming out of Walmart. I said, I must have hit some nerves and taught her something, because she ain't in no long dresses no more. That woman coming in here, she was my grandmama's friend. And she said, you doing good in this book. You doing good. I said, I know I'm doing good. I learned that Bible. My grandmother made sure I learned it. She said, Belle, make sure you get it in your head so it'll come out of your, go down to your heart, and then it'll come out of your mouth. I said, all right. That was to save the generations. That's what that was for. They were scared. So they put you in that to make sure you live. And that's what my other cousins say. That was to keep us alive. I said, that ain't kept you alive, because you're lying to yourself. You're not alive. And your heart is pumping buttermilk. It ain't pumping no blood. You're not alive. I'm not gonna fake and shake with them. And lady come in here, and I don't let them in my house. They want to come in your house now, with you being on Social Security. I told them, I don't need you in my house. Why is it that you don't? I said, I do not want you in my house. That's why. This is my house, and I don't want you here. She rang the doorbell out there the other day. Before I knew anything, I went up there with my Roscoe in my hand. And I opened up the door, and she was telling me who. I said, may I help you? And she told me her name. I said, what are you doing in my house? Well, I had to get you these paperwork. What do you mean you had to give me these paperwork? Ma'am, you could have mailed that to me. No, I needed to know that you. I said, no, I don't want y'all at my house. She said, if you hadn't been here, I would have put it in the mailbox. I said, that's a felony. You're not supposed to touch that mailbox. You're not a mail person. That's a felony. See, oh, it is. I said, it sure is. You let them check you in somebody's mailbox, and you're not doctored to do that. You better go to jail. That's tampering with government documentation. See, I didn't just learn in school here, but I learned everywhere I went to work. See, and then they put up a Rosa Parks statue downtown here, and got a bench sitting out there with her on it. And I said, really? Dart did that. I said, really? And you don't hear them talk about that. None of that. I remember when they put that there. And then one guy come in there, had a machete. Is that what they call those things? What they used to use over there in Africa and around? No machetes. Yeah. Say it again. That's what it was. And I'm sitting. No, you the first word. And I'm sitting there behind the wheel, and he had that thing coming at somebody, and he swung that thing in my bus. I hurried up and closed that door and hit that button down there to call the police, and I hit that button to call dispatch, and I told them, this man here done come on my bus with this machete, and he called me back. That's not professional. I said, you wouldn't be professional either if somebody did you like that. I said, let's change places. Don't come in here telling me what's professional. I know professional. And I said, that's very scary. So I made them change. I made them I said, when I went to those meetings, I said, we need something to cover us. We need something to cover us. So now the drivers have those acrylic things sitting around them, and they can either close the door or leave that door open. And I did not leave. I wasn't there when they put them in. But I said, when I would roll one of them one day, I said, I'm the reason why y'all have that. And she said, what? I said, I'm the reason why y'all have that going around y'all. I brought that up in the meeting, and they listened to me. They don't like you when you know stuff. They don't like you when you know stuff. They want you being dumb. They want you to play dumb. I'm not playing dumb. They want you playing dumb. I don't play dumb with them. I do not. And when I got moved over here, I inherited this over here. I didn't want to come in here, but the courts made me move in here. Tell me, because they kept breaking in and said, you're not going to have no house after a while. It's going to be nothing but a shell. So I talked to my husband. I said, I don't want to go. I said, but the court's making me go in there. I said, what you think? I said, and then I started counting up. I said, well, we could save some money, and we could get us some new cars and get the house fixed up. I said, and then we can kind of move on. But then he played on my intelligence too. And I said, oh no, I had to put him out. And I said, I can't do that. And I filed for my divorce, and he gonna tell me, I ain't got nowhere to go. I said, that's not my problem. Your mom and them all in your business. Tell them to scoot over. You need a place to stay, because you're getting the hell up out of here. And I put his stuff outdoors. Getting the hell up, you ain't coming in here. He thought I was going to the union stuff for the post office, and I was going to legal aid to get my divorce. And legal aid said, well, we can't do your divorce until you get him out of there. I said, well, he's gone. I said, I hate to do my brother like that, but I got to get him out of there, because I can't do this. Not when you done did that. Nah, we can't do that. He went in there and put a wrong name on there. I mean, it's cold-blooded. So when they got through, they made him sign off on a special warranty deed over to me, and they told him she can do whatever she want to do with that house, because you benefited from that. And I don't know, he didn't live long after I put him out. I didn't care. I said it was going to be the same thing. You go lay up here and die on me. The devil is a lie. You get the hell out of my house, boy. You ain't for me. You against me. You got to be careful who you get hooked up to. That's energy. That's vibration. That energy is contagious. You know, you got to guard your energy. You have to guard it. You have to guard that stuff. I can't stress that enough. that's contagious. And you don't want to be around anybody. When I see stuff that ain't coming right, and I'm using wrong English, I said ain't coming right, I know how to cut it out. That good book say, if your left hand offend you, pluck it out. If your right hand offend you, pluck it out. Well, I pluck some out. I do some of that stuff in that Bible. I take it to use it for my advantage. See, and it gets me where I need to go. And I tell the Most High, I had to do what I had to do. I didn't want to do it. I don't like marrying and get divorced. But hey, when the person don't have the same interior motives that I have, I can't do it. His mama sitting up there wanting money. Country folks wanting money. Ooh, she working for the post office. How much she make? I don't know how much my wife makes. You sure don't. I didn't let them know how much I made. I didn't let them know. That ain't their business. Well, don't you know how much he make? I sure do. I'm gonna know how much he make. I get the check. See, he passing them out money. I know ain't no money coming out of here. His mama had them giving them however old they was for them through their birthday. I said, oh shit, no, that ain't coming here. No. And then I told him I went down there one year and I acted a nut down there and I walked out of there. I told him, are you ready to go? Yeah, I wasn't. I said, well, I'm finna go. Cause I always kept me a set of keys to the car. And when his sister went out there, she finna go. You better go cause you won't have no way home. He came out there. I said, I'm driving and you get on the other side cause we can get the hell up out of here. And I said, your mama got more trays than the goddamn church. And I don't do that. I got married with my grandmother and them. Back in the day, I was a little girl, and in church, and they had some, what you call those things? You put your money in envelopes, and they had them with your own names on them, you know, and they were teaching us how to give to church, right? And when I got mine, and my grandmother was telling me we got a quarterback in, and a quarterback in would buy you a whole lot of stuff and still give you some change left over. And I had to put my quarter in there. I got mad. I said, why I got to put my quarter in here? Deb, that's for you to give to God. I said, God ain't getting that money. That's my money. And she said, Deb, you can't think of it that way. I said, Mama, that's not going to God. That's my money. I need my money. And she started laughing. She said, but no. She said, you got to learn to give. I said, I do, but not like this. So I did it for a little while, and I came up. I said, I'm not giving no more. I said, that made me mad. You taking my money. They teach you from a child to how the church works. No, I didn't like that. I did not like that. And when we go out to eat, in one place, Good Luck, we had called here, and it had a big old fat white nasty looking lady in there. I didn't eat that food. I don't eat their food. No, she looked nasty. I didn't want that. I'm used to home cooked food. No, I told you they look in the mirror and they see they ugly. That's why they treat us like they do. They want to be us. That's what they want to be. They want to be us. And they know we look good. I looked up. We riding here. What was that dance we were doing? We was doing all these little dances. Next thing I know, here come the little white boys up doing it. Come on now. They little groups and stuff. I said, see, they want to be us. That's what they want to be. And they can't be us. They don't have, we are the ones that have the real soul. We have, and when I say soul, I'm talking about hip hop soul. And there wasn't no hip hop back in the day. We had it. And everybody loved our music. I don't care what color they was, they loved our music. We are fortunate. We are born with this gift, and they want us to give our gift away, and I don't do it. I learned how to play a piano when I was in elementary. I played for the church. I left from there, and I went to band, and I was in the marching band at school. I left from there and went to high school. I went to that magnet school, the first magnet school they put here, and they started fighting out there because that's when they started busting the kids. And I came home one day. My mom, what are you doing here? I said, I caught that midway bus and came home. You don't drive, and I couldn't call you to tell you to come get me. They fighting out there, and I'm not out there to fight. I'm out there to learn. And she didn't think I was telling her the truth. And she called my daddy, and my daddy called his friend because she had a daughter go there. And my daddy friend say, she's telling you the truth. And my daddy came over there, and my daddy, he had his gun out on the tape and waited on her husband coming here. He said, if anybody mess with that little black girl right there, he said, I'll come over here and kill up every damn body in this house. He said, because she's telling you the truth. And I told him, I said, she's not going to hit me with no soda pop out. I'm not going out like this, Daddy. And that's what made him mad. And he came over there. I said, I'm not doing it. And she left me alone. But I learned, my daddy, that's why I say we need a daddy. We need a daddy. The girls need a daddy. That's your first husband. I told my daughter-in-law, I say, now that's her first husband. That's her first husband. Now my niece, my granddaughter, great-granddaughter, I said, that's her first husband. And he wanted to walk away. I said, you can't walk away. You should have thought of that. I said, I told y'all, don't be going around here getting these babies and then don't be there to take care of them. I said, you can't do that. And I said, you need to be a father to that child. Because if you're not there, that child is going to be looking for that daddy that created her. And you don't want that. You don't want that. And that little girl is so smart. Oh, my grandbaby, my great-grandbaby, she's so smart. Hey, Mama. I said, hey, baby girl. I said, what we learned in school today? Oh, I didn't learn today. I didn't go to school today. They have up on the crawling, climbing up on these poles, going up to the top, and you hit that bell when you get up there. And I said, whoa, look at her. I said, that's me. I said, this girl looked just like me when I was little. And I said, now, when I get to him, I said, now you see what I'm saying? I got it, Mama. I'm not going nowhere. I said, you better not go nowhere. You that girl's first husband. You don't want to throw her out in that wilderness like that. You don't want to do that. We need our men back in the house. They broke our family down with the welfare. That's what they did. Because when I was coming along, there wasn't no welfare. Every man stood on their own. And you had more men in the house. They broke our men down to give the women, if you can't feed your family, men, we don't need you in the house. We'll help the mother and the kids out, but you gotta go. What kind of mess is that? Y'all get on y'all downs too, just like we do. There's nothing gonna stay the same. You help a person that has a job, that had a job, and he's coming for help to feed his family, to help him carry on with his family until he get another job. Another footnote down here. When I was younger, all of these streets was made by our black men. Construction. Well, how many construction black people do you see out there now?
For real.
What color are they now?
Mm-hmm.
You don't see one. I don't see one. I see all Mexicans now. They all in your government. Our black people wasn't in government like that. They taking over. They taking over. And now I'm going to put another footnote down there. America did not win that Alamo war. Am I saying that right? That war? They didn't win that war. They did not win that war. And that was what Mexico, the Mexicans said they would go come in here and reclaim this back. Well, this is not theirs either. This is not theirs. So now they coming in here like white on rights. They taking over. They have loan short companies. They got all of this stuff. Oh, they deep. They deep. Moving into your neighborhood. We don't want that in here. The lady across the street, she's deceased now, but she's evolved. And she told me, baby, move in that house. We don't want these Mexicans in over here. Okay, I was moving in because of that, but I could feel where she was coming from. But we got 3 or 4 sets of Mexicans on this street. And I was out there on Facebook, on YouTube earlier, and they were saying how that is racist. How you go just bring him into our neighborhood when this was our neighborhood first? You're not asking us, is it okay? You won't let us move into y'all neighborhood, so how you go just bring them in our neighborhood? Let them move in with y'all out there. Most of these killings and murders and stuff is coming from the Mexicans. It's not coming from us. It's not coming from us. That's another thing. Ooh, it's deep. It's deep. You got those cartels over there. And if you go over there at a certain time, they'll kill us over there. They still got that going on today. They will kill you over there. These drugs come in here through them too. And then China is the one put the fentanyl out here. Come on now. And me and my daughter was talking about that. She said, "Mama, that's the white man's rich high, the white man's high, because we can't afford that stuff." So they start taking their own butts out.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, they ugly. They want to be us. They want to be us so bad. They want to be us real bad. That's why they want us gone. I'm looking at Joe Biden. He looks just like old dried up prune, missing no steps. Oh no, they want me to vote for that. You need to be somewhere rocking his chair. So don't come to me and Obama, you ain't helping because I don't like you either. I don't like him either. I don't like Obama. I do not. Not when you deceive. Not when you deceive. If that book say if you lie, you steal, you'll kill. They do all three. I put out there on Facebook one day. I said, what Bible are y'all reading out of? But that Bible say if you lie, you steal, you'll kill, and y'all do all three. Now, which Bible are you in? They have different Bibles than us. You know that?
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They got different Bibles. Go to their church and see what I'm talking about. Somebody wrote out there, they had a thing out there talking about prayers was in the schools. I said, no, it's not. They took that out. I said, when I was younger, we had devotion every morning. You saluted to that flag, they said a prayer and all of that good stuff. Ain't none of that in the school no more. When I got in law school, guess who took it out? Jehovah's Witnesses. That's who took the devotions out of school. But I do say, when we had prayer, it wasn't as bad as it is today. It wasn't as bad as it is today. The Most High know we was young, we was being taught, but if you were doing the truth from the heart, the Most High knew. The Most High know. You can't hide the truth, the moon, and the sun. Those three things you can't hide. You can't hide that. You go see that sun out there, you go see that moon out there, and that truth is coming out, and they ain't liking it. They're not liking it. This is why they bringing all these folks in here. I told that Albert, the show would have been nice if we had locked y'all out, sent y'all back where y'all come from, so this ain't y'all hand either. I told him, I don't hide it. He called here one day and had a recorder on telling me to come into his meeting. They was having a thing and they wanted me to know what he was on his agenda. I hung up on that recorder. And then he said, he called back. And I said, I'm not coming to y'all stuff. Don't call my house no more. It ain't no party like that. I didn't get into this politics. I got into learning what y'all was doing to us, not to come join y'all. Because if I get out there, it ain't going to be nothing nice. I don't trust that Kamala Harris. I don't trust her. They tell me she black. I don't see black on her. Do you see black on her?
No, she all mixed up. She's one of those. She's like a shapeshifter. Whatever you need that day. She's Indian one day. Her father Jamaican, but they don't want to say it. And then she's at the black colleges. But then she's out there going against black men and giving these inflated sentences. She can't stand black men. It's just all of this stuff with her. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
She's married to a white man. She does not have any children. and she done raised those white children.
Uh-huh.
I don't trust her. I don't trust her. I'd rather have Maxine Waters before I trust her. I know Maxine's pure black. See, I don't trust Kamala. I don't trust her. I don't trust none of them. I don't trust them. And then people say, you don't trust me? I say, can I pick you up and throw you? No, I said, well, then there's your answer. No, I do not trust you. I don't trust them. I don't. I do not. They showed me too much as a child. My folks taught me what they went through. My grandmother taught me what she went through. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. And that's why I say I fought our parents. They should have taught us this stuff. What struggles they had, what struggles they came through to prepare us for this stuff. See, I don't trust that. And if you teach your children what struggles and things you had and be radical about it and tell them the truth, and then we know which way to come. We know how to do it. And I wasn't going that way. My daddy hated them. My daddy hated them. My mama did too. My mama told this woman out there, she said, y'all hate us, but the white men love us. They do. They love them some black women.
Oh, of course.
I wouldn't have a white man. I wouldn't have a white man in my bed for nothing in the world. I couldn't do it. Not after I saw what they did to my people. We shouldn't be still here in 2000 and what's this, 23, 24, what's this, 23, 24. We shouldn't be still here now. Black Lives Matter got it. The NAACP, all of them. Where do they get? They getting rich out for us. They getting rich out for us. And we still stuck. I don't trust them. Ain't no white man go get in my bed. Oh, they wanted me too because I was sharp. One of them told me I was working. He said, I heard that women that wear leather pants is kinky. I said, ain't nothing kinky about me. I like my clothes. Ain't nothing kinky about me. Another thing.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you know how our black men love their gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's in their nature. Because gold is all over there.
It is. It is.
That's who we are. And they want to connect you to drugs because you want to wear your gold and diamonds. You cannot connect us with no drugs because that's our native. That's who we are. Back in the days, go back and look at those pictures. They was dressed in gold and stuff. Now you want to say because you done bought the drugs in here, we own drugs. They're a drug dealer. No, you're not, because I wear mine. That's another reason why the bus drivers, they didn't want to be driving the bus. One of them told me, you're going to get robbed out here. No, I'm not. I had my weapon on the side. We couldn't do the guns. So every time I would leave the bus, you know what I had them to do? Back then you had to have that thing to raise up the thing, where you put the handicapped people on. And I tell the drivers, I say, when I relieve you, you put that on the side of the window, because that's going to be my weapon since I can't carry my own weapon.
Right.
They come up here with me, I'm going to get them. See? Oh, yeah, they thought they were smart. Now Chinese all up in there. One Chinese guy goes, I said, you the first Chinese I've seen up in here. Now I'm real scared. What's that you got in your? I said, it's a television. I had a hand television, and it was portable. And he said, I've never seen one like that. I said, you're not me, and you don't know where I shot from. So you're not me, you're not gonna have this. See, don't come in here with that one white girl. All I want you to do when you die, we'll me those earrings. I wear my diamond studs. I paid money for them. I got them from Infinity Diamonds. So you know they cost money. I got my necklaces. I ain't about with nobody drug money. I make good money. I spend my money on what I need and what I want. See? So don't come pushing that drug stuff on me. Cause you have to take a drug test before you get on no buses. See? And wasn't no drugs in my system.
Mm-hmm.
And they come and got me off the bus, take me there. I said, where are we going? They have a reliever. I said, where are we going? Oh, I got to take you somewhere. I said, where are you taking me? They take me to go to do a drug test. My drug test come out clean. See, don't stereotype me because I wear what I wear. I can't help it if I love diamonds and gold. I can't help it. I wear my stuff. And then I have my watch. And I wear my good stuff. What's the name of my glasses over here? Michael Kors. I had a Michael Kors watch on. They took us out of they couldn't tell me I couldn't wear my Michael Kors, so they bought all the bus drivers a watch. They were scared for me out there, and one of my riders out there said, "You gonna get robbed out here?" I said, "No, I'm not. I got something for them. I'm not getting robbed out here." I don't play their game. If they can wear what they want to wear, I'm going to wear what I want to wear. No dress code here. I'm in your uniform. Now what else? I got to make me be me. I wear my stuff, and I got my stuff click, locked down. Like I say, you better get a safe, or else put that stuff in the ground. Bury your stuff in the ground. That's what you do. If they come and do the martial law, bury your stuff in the ground. See, put that stuff in the ground. They ain't gonna know. They'll come in there and won't see nothing. They're gonna take your food out and everything. They're gonna make sure that's what the martial law is. You won't have no food. You won't have none of that. You sure won't. And they fixing to declare this stuff. They fixing to declare it real soon. We better learn this stuff, people. And I was out there on the radio, I said, and I got the executive order, and I can't remember, but it's on my desktop, on my computer. And I asked him, why we not talking about that? He said, what is that? I said, that's where Obama put you back into slavery. They go in there and they put you back into slavery. Each one of those presidents. Each one of them has what word I need to say? Their own agenda. They come in there to do a certain thing. They carrying out, they passing their torch, they continuing it, but they have to do something else. And Obama came in there and put that executive order in there. And he said, what is that? When I told him the numbers, he said, what is that? I said, Obama put you back into slavery. They do that. That's why 45 come in there, turn down that stuff. So it won't be like that. Oh, he got an interior motive. He already said if he get back in there, he does the retaliation. Now, anybody go vote him in there, they're fool. Anybody put Biden in there, they're fool. They need to write their name in there. It's a little slot up there. Because the last time I went to vote, and this lady said, you didn't vote for him. I said, no. She said, you not vote? I said, no. She said, next time, write your name in there. I said, thank you for telling me, dear. Thank you for telling me. So you write your name in there. If you don't want to vote for them, write your name in there. But we need our own party, like I said. We need our own. They're using us for our vote. They're using us on everything. No, break this down. Break it down. Put our name in there. Better yet, get our own party. And show them they need us. We don't need them. If we make them take those numbers away from them, they up the creek without a pole, without a pedal. See, they didn't teach our people about voting. They didn't teach them that. They did not teach our people about voting. You see, they was trying, when I was in school learning this stuff, it was a lady in there, they gave us some time off because her law firm was trying to take it where they not count the electoral vote and let everybody votes be counted. That ain't happening. You don't put the president in there when you go vote. You're not putting them in there when you don't have no degree. You don't have this law stuff. You're not getting counted. So don't put your name up there. Vote for yourself. Vote for yourself. And that's what I plan to do this time, if I vote. Because sometimes I don't vote. I don't. And this attorney telling me, you can't do that. You got to vote. I said, I ain't got to do nothing but stay black and die. That's all I got to do. I ain't got to do a damn thing. I said, and y'all older than me. You know this stuff. I said, why aren't you all standing up for us? Y'all knew this stuff. The preachers, they getting paid. They got you paying tithes and offerings. The tithes goes to the queen. Now, since the queen dead, where the money going? That's where the money was going. That's why, what was his name, went over there? What's that boy's name? He was up into the music industry. He went over there and he declared his money. He won his money. He went over there and declared his money. Baby, please. England, Europe, and that's Europe. Europe and the United States. That's who they throwing. That's who they throwing. And I've been saying this for the longest. I knew the game. I knew the game. My teacher said, don't be telling people this stuff. I do, because we need to know. That's how they got it. Don't tell. Shut up, don't say nothing. No, you shouldn't have never told me. I'm that refrigerator. I can't keep nothing. You got to keep pulling it out to keep it fresh. I'm not going to be able to keep it. I'm going to tell it. That's why they kicking me out. I don't care. I told them, I wrote out there, I'm getting off of Facebook, y'all. Because I can't do this. You're not going to dictate me and tell me what I can and cannot say. Everybody else putting out there what they want to say. I'm going to put out here what I think. What's on your mind? This is on my mind. And when I start scrolling down there to see that wasn't down there, I asked them, where are my posts? Where are my posts I'm posting out here? No. They got game. Oh, they got game. They got game. And Biden know he ugly. He know he ugly. Trump know he worse than ugly. What's that boy name? Bill Maher told Trump when I was in school that his mama slept with a gorilla to get him. He said, your mama slept with a gorilla to get you. And if she didn't, he said, I'll pay anything you want if I'm alive. See, they had us thinking we apes. We come from apes. We didn't come from no apes. We did not. I told my grandmother after reading that Noah's Ark, I said, ooh-wee. I say, I know it was stinky in that ark. You telling me they done moved all these animals up in there and can't use the bathroom. So how was they using the bathroom up in there? I said, it had to be stinky up in there. Cause, you can't talk bad in front of your elders. and she started laughing. She said, Bill, I said, no. But you know what else I think? I think we was clones. I think we was clones. I really do. You want to know why I say that? It's because they've been doing this all along. Like those sheeps and things. I saw on one that I posted out there, it was a half man and a half dog. Okay. I go back and I start putting that critical thinking hat on again. If they was cloning them, they was cloning us. There's no Garden of Eden. Can't nobody tell you where it is. Can't nobody tell you where it is. And if you read that Bible with an understanding, when they put that brother out for killing the other brother, Cain, Abel, whatever, and it said that God put a mark on his forehead to let the people know that he was a murderer. I asked the Jehovah's Witness then. Well, if it wasn't nobody there but those two boys and the mama and the daddy, who else was there to know he was going to be a murderer? Had to be other people. It had to be other people. Come on now. Who else was going to know he was a murderer? Again, I'm like Dick Gregory. He said, you know where that word motherfucker come from? He said, 'cause they fucked their mama.
Uh-huh.
That's what he said. I said, whoa, he deep. I love that black man.
Make sure to go to LANCESCURV.com, an online magazine established in 2001, containing written articles, thousands of talk shows and discussions, cutting-edge cartoons, as well as erotic expressions and tasteful adult photography. It's definitely not for the faint of heart. Once you get a taste of the world of LANCESCURV, trust me, you'll be back for more. LANCESCURV.com. Bold, raw, and uncut.